How much hasn't recorded?
Scott Parker,
All
the
of it.
street. Scott
All
Parker,
of it.
stay positive.
Oh,
featuring
unreal.
Streets.
No.
Maybe it just
Where the
was
days
like,
are
oh,
going
this.
where human instinct and human skills are going.
Right.
Maybe like
Go.
your computer's just
Good.
listening to it and just like, oh no, I don't like
The
this.
thing is,
Let's
though,
just.
I literally,
It's Felix
right?
McGath. Felix McGath is in control of it. He heard us
I
slandering
think
him.
that
He's rubbed
Maybe
cheese
an
over it and it's broken.
there may
We are
be an
going
imposter
to
in here, who
ignore-
knows?
We are going to ignore that an hour and 10 minutes of an
Yeah.
actual podcast was recording, but no audio was happening. So
Wait, what have you got like recorded then? What's actually there? Is it just your screen?
Is it
It's just my
static
screen.
noise?
it's just me. It's just me talking now and then. They picked up my mic. It didn't pick up anyone else. And by OBS's default settings, it should have picked you up.
No,
So it's
Oh,
just
no.
you talking.
Wait, just upload one talking to yourself.
It's basically, you can hear you slightly
But
coming out
imagine
my
if that
headphones.
actually got uploaded.
Oh, he just never edited
I can
it.
imagine the hate Jack would get.
We just check it and it's just him talking to himself.
Welcome back to the episode 7 of the Group Chat and Waffle podcast. And this is definitely not the second take doing this. Ignore
no.
that we have an hour and 10 minutes episode
And he's
recorded
like-
already with no audio on it except me talking. I am so pissed off with myself. I'm going to cry. I'm on the verge of a breakdown right now. Welcome back. You missed so much.
Get our mind.
I've not even got any sympathy for you, Jack. You
What do
deserve
we
everything I
what do
come
we even
towards you.
do now? Like we
Well,
gotta
we
just
carry
talk
on.
about.
We
I've
carry
got a
on.
couple-
We carry
I've got
on.
a couple.
Should we give a basic sum up of what we're talking about? Felix McGath rubs cheese, cream cheese, and alcohol over injuries. So, ever your balls hurt, just rub a bit of cream cheese and alcohol. They'll get them firing.
I've got a couple talking points here. Before I made a couple notes on the international break, and I've got a couple talking points. We got Stephen Kenny's job security. Germany
Now, is it
versus-
Northern Ireland or Republic of Ireland?
Republic
Can't
of
remember.
Germany versus
Oh
North
my God.
Macedonia.
I'm
Spain
laughing at shit.
struggles, and who's winning the
dear.
Euros?
To be
Okay,
fair,
yeah, we can be more structured now.
we can be a little
Ollie,
bit more
you still
structured.
got your Mandela Effect tab open. Copy paste some of that into.
I have actually. So.
Where's the man? That man. It's when
I'm
you think
just-
something's happened and it's just never like. Because some people remember Mandela dying, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why it's called the Mandela Effect.
Yeah.
What year did he die?
So actually, some of us
2011,
remember
I think.
talking about like that whole
Alright,
time, but it
lads.
never happened.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Is it bad?
It's-
I get Morgan Freeman and
Not
Nelson
only,
Mandela mixed up.
They look
Wow.
so similar. No, that's not. I think. Oh, I'm sorry. I understand that.
I'm just want to just start off by saying I am so sorry, everyone,
It's alright.
for the
Never forgiven.
no right. Come on, OBS
Brilliant.
defaultly should have picked you up. For some reason, it didn't.
Wait, have you saved the one of you talking to yourself? I
Yeah,
really just want to
it's
hear
there.
that. I really want you to hear that at some point.
Just
Yeah.
it.
You're just talking to
Jack's
yourself
just
for an
talking
hour.
to himself.
Drunk.
If
I
we
want to
get
see how
500
little
likes,
sense
if we
that
get,
made
if we get 500 likes on Twitter,
on
I will
Twitter.
release that whole thing.
An hour
Just
long.
me talking to myself.
Instead of Joker, Tucker.
Save it for next April Fools, and then we'll upload it then.
Oh yeah, as if it's.
That's a good idea.
Oh,
Anyway,
Oh my
welcome
God.
back. I am joined by Charlie, Ollie, Lewis, Tom, and Matty, who's new to this.
Alright.
You know, this
Good
almost
eye,
feels
Mark.
like I've
Matty.
heard that before, like an hour ago.
Did I
No,
hear
you
that
didn't,
about an
mate.
hour
No, you
ago?
didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't hear it at all, mate. It didn't happen.
Must be the Mandela
I mean,
effect. Must be
he's
the
got
Mandela.
he's got no proof of it happening.
No, I've
because
got no
he didn't
evidence.
record it.
Bossman, I wasn't born an hour ago.
Oh no, no, that bit's recorded. You could hear when he talks. It's just it sounds like no
Oh
one's
shit!
with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, we're not
Oh.
actually here. That's he's
Hey,
got no
can
proof
we
we're
actually
here.
be heard this time?
Yes, you can.
could-
OBS is picking you up this time.
Always your fault.
Like Groundhog Day.
Hell yeah!
Could I, mate?
Hold on. Let me
You
just
get
stop
out.
the
Oh,
recording
yeah, the
and hear it back.
accents.
And then I'll
Are we gonna do-
start recording again.
We need to do the accents again.
Oh,
I don't know
no,
what
we don't.
accent this is, but it's happening.
Right, no one play music, please, because copyright is a thing, by the way. Because I
Oh,
swear
yeah,
someone was
okay,
playing that
Oh,
song.
Ono. Yeah, the Ono thing. And I was accidentally just played something because I was on
Anyway,
TikTok.
so what did you supposedly miss in the hour 10 minutes that never just happened? We did accents.
You bet your copper.
Felix McGath likes to rub cheese on Edin Dzeko's legs.
No context needed.
You missed my apology to Brad Potts. You
Fuck you,
missed.
Potts.
You missed me scranning on a waffle.
See. You missed so much. We slagged off West Brom. No, we didn't slag off West Brom. We actually gave them a
No,
lot of
we
praise.
I said I wanted them to get relegated, though. So I guess we did slag them off.
We also talked about Aston Villa's tragic season, also along with
And Barkley's
Preston's.
pretty arse. We talked about that
we
as
talked
well.
about Frank McAvoy's shithouse whites. And
Yeah.
I feel like we'll, where do we start?
I think we just do a sum up of what's happening in the world first,
James Charles is announced.
James Charles.
Oh, yeah,
and
James
The fact
adult
he's
Charles.
not going to get
paedophiles.
arrested for that. The fact he's not going to get arrested for that is fuck.
He won't do, and he's got. Have you seen the amount of likes
Sure.
he's getting
I
on his
know.
video? It's like
And
his
he's
apology.
12.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I messaged children.
Yeah, the
His
funny
12th apology
the
video.
funny thing is, he tried to justify it by saying he was desperate, and it's just like,
Yes, because when I get desperate, yeah, you know
Why?
what I'm going to do in the future. I get desperate. I just think, oh, you know what? There's a couple of 13-year-olds. I turn to them. I don't think I should say that.
That's a
No.
bad thing from Lewis. That. Lewis, that's been taken out of context and put it on Twitter.
Clip
I
it.
don't
Oh
care.
no! Oh, no.
It is.
Not only did he say those podcast,
Out of context, Lewis.
Oh,
I said Ollie's IRA moment last week.
You are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, you're fucking me. No, did you cut it out?
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
begging. Oh,
Wait,
good.
sorry, did you not listen to it, Ollie?
I can't stand the sound of my own voice, so no.
Oh, fair enough. I did cut out. I cut out. I mean, I did cut out us being called terrorists, and I did cut out when
I don't
Charlie
think you did.
accidentally revealed.
I don't think you did cut out being good. I listened to it this morning, and there was still good mention of you talking about terrorism.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
that-
yeah, yeah. We
No,
talked
no, Matty,
about.
there's plenty of it. We went on it for like half an hour of just calling ourselves terrorists, associating ourselves to different terrorist
Charlie
organisations.
accidentally revealed where
Oh,
Ollie likes to
Oh.
keep himself occupied. When he,
No.
Oh.
Matty, they
oh
said,
yeah.
they said,
I remember you were making jokes about the whole Joe Weller thing, and I just
Oh yeah. There's also I cut out a hefty chunk of that podcast because
you don't want to
Hilarious.
disgrace yourselves, or you don't
I
want to be
don't
kicked
want-
out of
I
whatever
don't want
learning
MI6
institution you're
at
in.
my door.
we don't want MI6 just messaging you saying just
Yeah, yo,
giving you a
are you
message.
actually a terrorist? Are you actually in the IRA?
You're
Are you
under-
actually part of Al Qaeda?
No, but that's sometimes what I think
No.
what happens. Like if you've just been, they listen into a PlayStation party, the stuff that are said in there. Imagine if they ever
Oh,
got out.
God.
I love the TikToks. It's like they go into heaven and they're just reading out the stuff. It's just like I can't even repeat most of it. It's just like, so you said you were going to lock up 53-year-old children or something, and that's the type of stuff you see. Like just random stuff said in PlayStation parties. Just imagine like that just got out. Everyone's worst PlayStation party moments are just leaked.
Wait,
Or
wait,
Xbox
wait,
parties.
Oh,
wait till-
fucking
wait till-
hell.
What?
Callum Robinson's been racially abused.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
Rude.
how
again.
Yeah,
Seriously?
Kmart Roof
Oh
had it as
my
well.
Oh,
god!
fucking hell, man.
As I was
It's
saying on
just,
Twitter,
it's just
and I
every
quote
single
tweeted
time. Like, it's
I
just
was-
people now doing it for attention.
Oh yeah,
There's
100%.
a reason why Thierry Henry deleted his social media, and to be
But
honest,
they've almost won if
honest.
he does that.
I think that's more than fair.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's unfair.
I just feel that it makes it seem they
It's
feel like
just
they've
getting
won.
toxic every single time.
It's fair.
Racism, cancel culture, what
Just
else? I mean, there's a
everything.
long list that's wrong with social media.
Yeah,
Just everything.
it is.
I
getting
would
very
not be
toxic at the moment.
surprised if someone. I would not be surprised if someone got cancelled over making a cup of tea.
I mean,
Now, what do you guys
sometimes
think-
it's deserved depending on the colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good point. Or people who put milk into cereal first.
Yeah.
Or another
To be
one.
fair,
I know
they deserve to be cancelled.
Someone
Everything
who,
things
if you
cancel
put milk
culture
in,
needs to go
you
after.
deserve to be cancelled.
when you guys have squash, what do you put in first, the water or the
Well,
squash?
no.
Squash.
Can we just say the fact
Yeah,
you
good,
called it
good.
squash is
Yeah.
cancelled?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cordial,
Thank you.
but like
I can't believe
It
just-
I can't believe Robinson's actually tried to make a thing where you actually put a glass of water and then you get a thing to squirt the cordial in or the
they're
squash in.
fucking grim.
Yeah,
they
they
are.
are
Oh,
grim.
what? They're just
horrible.
not very nice. Yeah, it just all you need to. What's easier? You put in your squash, then you put in your water. Boom, you've got a lovely drink. But no, some people. I know someone who does that, and every time they do it, it just makes me angry. Especially when they're using my squash to do it, and then just seeing them do it wrong.
What the f-
Well,
Why
that's just-
would you?
It's all fun
It's
and
just-
games until you're using Lewis's
squash.
squash.
No, you can use your squash
Never
to
let me near your
do
cordial
not
now.
use it like that. Imagine how that poor squash feels like being dunked into water.
The
How's it going to feel much better if it's just got water?
A bit like
No, but I
Jose
bet he
Mourinho
loves that.
feeling quote unquote depressed over his fixture list,
Mm.
Say that again.
and yet he proceeds to call us out for moaning about the. Anyway, that's a bit off topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were trying to talk about fucking cordial.
Yeah.
There's more
Fuck's
problems
sake.
that need to be addressed.
Yeah, there is some
How
very
did we-
important things
sorry,
going on in the
How
world
did
right
we
now.
go from Carlin Robinson races getting racist comments to cordial? Like, how have we done that?
It just, it follows
Robinson?
on. It just Oh yeah, no, Robinson. That is a great
Classic
lesson.
waffle.
There you go, Robinson. Yeah, Robinson's. There we go. But seriously, our deepest sympathies go to Callum Robinson, who's obviously had to experience that,
Yeah.
and Kemar Roof.
Just shouldn't happen.
It
And
shouldn't
anyone who ever
happen.
has
It's
to experience
2021.
it.
Stop doing this
And
shit.
Glenn Kamara as well. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Glenn Kamara as well.
Oh yeah, but
That was
that's
disgusting.
even worse
Big-
because the club are defending him, saying, "What was it?" They're saying instead of calling him
Fuck you,
whatever
God.
racials, I think it was like something to probably monkey or something. I think maybe.
Yeah, I
I
think it
remember
was
they
something
made,
along
made
those lines.
they
Romelu
said-
Lukaku apologise. Being
Yeah,
racially abused.
Yeah, apparently the guy walked over and said, "You effing guy." Like, yes, because that's what you go over to him and you fucking guy. Yes,
What
I'll
a
put-
lad.
Who would go on and
That's-
use that
that's
as a
excuse.
lie?
If that was the case,
excuse
I'm
the other
surprised Glenn
views.
Kamara didn't boot his fucking head in.
It's like when Tana Mongu tried to justify her saying the N word as thinking it was meant
Oh,
homie or friend.
Oh my god, that is opened a whole kind of like fucking
Oh, God.
2016 YouTube worms.
Oh,
my
god. I mean, to be fair, like
was-
YouTube's got
peak
turned into an
YouTubers.
absolute mess lately. David Dobrik's gone now. Well, no, he's
I
not gone, but
mean,
he's
Keemstar is a big part of that.
oh god.
I mean, the
I
Great
guy,
Keemstar, mate.
the only
People
thing
did
should have been
Keemstar.
cancelled ages ago.
Keemstar cares about is money.
Oh yeah, he doesn't actually care about exposing. He doesn't actually care about the moral things that he's done. Because
Yeah.
occasionally he does do something, and you think that's the right thing. But no, he doesn't care about that. He probably knows loads of stuff and is waiting until the person gets more popular to expose them. I reckon that
Yeah.
the amount of little YouTubers, maybe 20,000 subs or something, he's waiting until they blow up properly, and he's just gonna be like, "Killer," it's just like Keemstar. Let's get right and use this person touched 3 children. I'm only telling you now because they got a nil subs.
No, but to be fair,
I know I should not be laughing.
he does some stuff which is necessary. I mean, YouTube's been a shambles since the good old Minecraft days. Like,
Oh, all the Minecraft YouTubers are being exposed for messaging children.
Lion when the Lion Maker thing happened, I think that's when everyone opened their eyes to YouTube.
Thing.
Gremlins on the website. The Call Me Carson thing, that was fucking.
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah.
Carson, Jesus.
Did you see the
I
Steam
always
thing?
thought he was dodgy.
Did you see like the thing about his Steam game? There was some game he played.
Yeah.
It was about like some 14-year-old girl or like something ridiculous that age getting raped,
Yeah.
and you have to find like a way to like get everyone pregnant or something like that. And it's a game you can finish in 40 minutes. He had over 100 hours or something stupid like that on it.
Oh,
What?
Christ.
It's a
That is
game you can
tragic.
finish in 40 minutes.
How many times? Wait, has he just replayed it, or did he just really like get like?
Depends.
He just didn't want to fix the issue. He just.
It's still fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
It's always the ones you most expect. Like they always say, it's the one you least expect. No, it's always the ones you completely expect.
James Charles doesn't surprise.
Yeah.
No, James. Well, he's been called for it loads, and he always just
It's
says.
like, I swear
You're-
it's about 5 times now.
He always says, "Oh, I thought they were older," and then I think I've seen a couple of them, and just like they look like children.
Yeah,
I-
I mean, talking
mean,
on ones you
wasn't
least
it-
expect.
who was the woman? Was it Tati Westbrook who came out twice to
Oh yeah,
expose him as him
Yeah.
being
and then
quite a
everyone
predator?
protected James Charles instead.
And now this shit's come out, and there's genuinely proof in the pudding that he is actually a pedo. Like not, yeah,
And
a
how is he
paedophile.
not-
Let's put it
he's just
straight.
He's just
Yeah, he
not
is.
going to get any kickback from it. They're just going to protect him and coddle him.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I mean,
Do you find like?
I
Do
do.
you find like how? Sorry.
No, go on.
Do you ever find like how most content creators just so overly protective?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I've
people
watched
they have their fans, and then those fans will die by their side. Like even David
Yeah.
Dobrik did
Even
what he did,
if-
and he's like, admitted it. People still defend him, or they say, "I accept your apology," when the apology's not theirs to accept.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mini lad thing as well. People still die by mini lad's name.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mini Lad, I've met him. I had a
Have you?
photo with
Did
him.
he touch you?
You know, I was a child. I was a child
Wow.
at that point.
Wow.
It's
Probably a
not that I
risky
don't want
thing from me.
drama or constant drama between YouTubers, but it's just
Poked and
you
farted.
just got to have a sense of morals about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've watched my fair share of YouTube apology videos. I've watched James Charles's like all the way through.
I
Hers,
haven't watched
Yeah.
it.
hers
I
falls.
Typical YouTuber apology.
Oh, I know. I've seen bits of it, including the bit saying, "Well, I was desperate."
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry for.
We've already heard my
Why-
comments on that, and I
why-
will not repeat them.
I would like to apologise for what I did. What was it?
Just
I would
like,
like to
it's a bit late.
apologise for what I-
Just-
Yeah.
His apology fell into the mini lad category of being "I'm sorry you found out."
Yeah, I'm sorry I got
Hmm.
caught. There's people like
Yeah.
Logan Paul. Logan Paul, when he
Yeah.
did that thing, he like his apology was actually like proper, and he's like turned into an actual decent person
Yeah,
now.
he's
then there's the
reflected.
And then there's the people who are just like, I'm sorry you found out. Like, I'm not sorry that I groomed people or tried to chat with little kids. No, but I'm sorry you found out about it. Because that's all it is. It's always, I'm sorry I got caught.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the point where he said like, "Oh, I thought they were older." Well, ask what their age is.
I mean, some people do lie, but some people you can tell are too young. Like,
Yeah.
just, like, some people look young, and if they look young, just avoid it.
Even if they
Seriously.
said they were 18, surely you should. Surely you should think.
Usually people do look about their age, or they look like
Liverpool
older
just-
guys especially. Usually guys are quite usually guys you can pretty much guess if they're an adult or not.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
they tend to look their age to an extent.
what I won't have though is I've seen quite a lot of people have a go at the LGBT community.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think.
think if you,
people. I think no. Hold on. Let me just finish.
yeah, no.
People have been using this as a reason to hate on them, as if they're
Oh, yeah.
defending him. Even though
Yeah.
I've seen most of them on Twitter literally having a go at him and
Yeah,
not
no.
defending him.
I think The one thing is, I think if he wasn't like, if he was just a normal guy, I don't think he would have been protected this much.
Yeah.
But I'm not blaming like the whole lot because he
Oh,
has a
yeah.
lot of like fans that are just
He has a
goals
lot of
and they
fans.
love him.
Yeah.
Like that's probably most of his fan base, and they're probably the ones protecting him. It's not a community's. It's not like LGBT's fault. The only similarity they have with him is that they are the same orientation, but they're not really the ones protecting him.
Yeah,
At all.
I'd say it's obviously not that community, but it's literally his fans that are defending him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
his fans, by the way. Let's just get that. It's his stupid fans that are protecting him. I just don't get how you can protect something like that. I mean,
I protect Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile, good man. Gary Glick.
Okay, that
okay,
Out of
well,
context.
out of context. I mean,
so far already we've got someone protecting Jimmy Savile and someone touching children because they're desperate.
oh my
Brilliant.
god, there was that Jimmy Savile documentary that came out a few months ago, I swear. And
I
there was
need
a
to
clip in it. There was a clip in it saying that he likes girls who don't know too much. And it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
how
I've seen that.
creepy are you?
Thing is, I just don't understand. He looks the type. He sounds the type. How
did
did
no
no
one
one
clock
know
on?
he was the
Come on,
type?
man. Come on, now, go into my locker room. Nice young
I mean, I'm
lady.
sorry. Any guy with that hair saying Jim will fix it should not be allowed in a million miles of a school,
Oh,
even
no.
if they are like legit. That is terrifying.
Well,
Man,
it's your best
I
guy
just
now.
wanna-
child.
I'm gonna come in there now.
I just want to
Daddy will fix
reiterate a
it.
joke. I was watching Russell Howard one night. I want to reiterate a joke, right? When that whole Jimmy Savile thing came out, and people and like the radio station were talking about it, and they were asking for like the audience's sort of thoughts, and somebody says, I don't think Jimmy Savile was that bad of a guy. When I was like 13,
What?
I asked him to fix it for me to milk a cow blindfolded. Not realizing that's a sexual innuendo.
No, you shouldn't laugh at that. Shouldn't laugh at that. Shouldn't laugh at that.
I
Down the
laughed,
rabbit
but
hole.
the audience
Down the
laughed,
rabbit
so-
hole this podcast goes.
Oh, we're talking about paedophilia now. Like, what the?
Is there anything else we can move on that's a little bit light?
Well,
mean-
last week we
break
did
was
touch
fun.
on something, but we said we were going to say.
Shouldn't say
Children.
touch after what we've
Sorry,
just talked
yeah,
about.
no, yeah, I was thinking
Oh, okay.
Wait,
We inclined about. Maybe that's the better word.
what?
you just go on without thinking. Just forget that happened for a minute.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Right, what are you gonna say, Charlie?
Well, we sort of spoke about this like phenomenon last week when we spoke about Smurf Horse and the underground organisations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if Ollie wants to talk about it or not
The
now.
Mandela Effect.
Yeah.
Does everybody know what it is? Well, the Mandela Effect basically is called the Mandela Effect because what year did he die?
It was-
2011?
It was early 2010s.
2010.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we? Okay, you know what?
He died in 2013, but there's people that seem to remember him dying in like the mid 80s.
Yeah, in
while he was
prison.
in prison,
Yeah, they remember him dying in prison, and like, yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, I thought he was dead all this time."
yeah. So
So the
basically,
Man-
Mandela Effect's something you're pretty sure
Do you know-
sure it happened.
Well, it's not just you, but like
Loads, yeah.
a fair few amount of people. So
fucking Salah scored.
another bigger example is "We Are the Champions" by Queen.
Is
At
that a
the
lyric?
end,
A little bit off topic.
Yeah,
Liverpool won the lot.
at the end, people think he goes, "We," at the end he goes, "We." I'm not gonna. "We are the champions," and then people think at the end it goes, "Of the world."
Did they not
Yeah.
say that?
No, not at the end of the song.
Really?
And
Oh.
there's there's an example of it. There's like, carpool karaoke with James Corden. Yeah. There's him and then two guests in the car, and they
Mhm.
both at the end go to say "of the world," and I think they just look at each other a bit confused.
All right. hold on. Let me have a look.
But this one's kind of been shot down because I think it's at the end of Live Aid. He does say the live version of that. He just goes at the end. He goes of the world. So I don't know if people think he's getting mixed up with that.
Go on, Ollie. Get into your rhythm and sing it.
I mean,
what
on.
rhythm?
to be fair, like with sometimes with remasters they do sort of change like how a song sounds a slight bit. So say like they'll probably remove a lyric to make it sound a bit more, make the flow sound a bit more, easier to follow. Oh, because obviously if you're ending a song, you don't want to just like make it sound like you're going into another verse and then just end it. It's just like,
You know the Monopoly Man. What does he wear? What does he wear? What do you guys think he wears?
This one's,
Yeah, you know it.
He
So
wears his suit and the top hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he wear a monocle or not?
Yeah, I swear he does.
He doesn't.
No.
He's
he doesn't.
never worn a monocle.
Bastard, I swear
I
he has.
swear I thought he did, but he's never worn a monocle. And have any of you watched Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Clarice, or something. But he actually says, he never says that. He says good morning.
Yeah.
It's just like so many weird things where
Star Trek, apparently, the saying "Beam me up, Scotty" was never said, but for some reason people associate that with Star Trek.
Yeah, "Beam me up, Scotty's" never said, but they think it was. Like,
I've got another massive. I've got another massive film one.
What?
So I'll let you.
Oh, Star Wars. Star Wars.
Yeah, the Star Wars.
Yeah. Empire Strikes Back.
It's an Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader stood over Luke. What's
spoiler alert? Spoiler alert, people.
If you haven't seen it,
yeah.
Han Solo's dead.
Razor Palpatine.
And then you get cancelled for leaking spoilers.
Spoilers for a film that came out 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
6 years
so
ago.
at the end of Empire Strikes Back, well, Darth Vader stood over Luke Skywalker. What's the iconic line he says to him?
I know this, so I'm not.
I know what it is. Yeah, I am your.
Luke, I am your father.
No, it's not Luke.
What he says. It's not. What if I told you it's not Luke? I am your father. It's no. I am your father.
Yeah.
But I used to think it was Luke, I'm your father, and then it's all these stuff, and everyone thinks that. So you wonder how come we all think that?
Yeah.
Because things get manipulated, things get changed.
It's like Chinese whispers.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Beam me up, Scotty was actually said at one point though in the newer films of Star Trek.
Oh, the J.J. Abrams ones.
I'm guessing so. Yeah, it was said in the TV series by William Shatner, who is he played Captain Kirk in the TV series, Star Trek: The Ashes of Eden.
I've got another thing.
Came out in I don't know.
Wait, Neil Armstrong's dead.
Yeah.
I've got another thing to say. You know Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes?
Oh, I've
yeah.
seen the song.
What's it called? Which one is it called? Looney Tunes or Looney
wait.
Tunes?
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
What? 00?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Tunes, not Tunes.
Oh,
Is it?
I thought it was the first.
Yeah. Unless this thing is completely. No, it's Looney Tunes, as in, like. I seem to remember. I thought it was Looney Tunes.
No, that's what you call Newcastle's fan base.
But there's so many.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And Curious George, did he or did he not have a tail?
No, he didn't have a tail.
No, he didn't have a tail.
He did.
Okay, yeah, you're correct.
No, he didn't. Oh my god.
He did not have a tail.
That film was my childhood. That
the Berenstain
Curious
Bears.
I think another famous one is in Forrest Gump. You know the line with the box of chocolates. What is it?
Life is
Life
like
is
a
like
Yeah,
a
life
box
is
of
like a
chocolates.
box of chocolates. Yeah.
So
You
he
know-
said life is like a box of chocolates.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's actually, if you watch it back, it's life was like a box of chocolates.
What? Oh
Eh?
God.
Yeah,
Life's
It's-
fucking nah.
it's
To be
just.
fair, though, I've never watched Forrest Gump.
Oh Jesus. That's a...
To be
Have you
fair,
never seen Forrest Gump?
to be fair, like, there's an alarming amount of films I haven't watched. Like, since me and my girlfriend have started watching movies, it's like, I hadn't watched Hot Fuzz until last night.
What?
What?
Wait,
Hot-
what?
I
Hold
hadn't
on.
watched Hot Fuzz until last night.
How?
I don't know.
That is
Oh
literally
yeah,
the
I've
best
just
of
come
the
across the
Cornetto
life is like a
trilogy.
box of chocolates.
But then like, I know stuff from him, but like I've never watched the film. And
Oh.
there's an alarming amount of films I have not
Yeah.
watched.
I
That's-
assume you've all seen Mirror Mirror. You've all seen Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the Wicked Witch say to the mirror? What's the
Mirror
famous
on the
line?
wall.
Who's the wickedest on the
You
wickedest on the
No,
wall?
it isn't. It's magic
Lewis.
mirror on the wall. She says magic mirror on the wall, not mirror mirror on the wall. I mean, since then, definitely they've definitely said mirror mirror, but in the Snow White they say magic mirror on the wall.
Oh, that's pretty
Man.
mad. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but apparently the Joker never actually says we live in a society. Like he's never actually said that.
No,
until-
so you've been saying this phrase to me all along.
He said it, but the scary part is that's been a meme for the past 3-4 years, and he's only just recently said it in a Zack Snyder cut.
Yeah, yeah.
So he only recently said it, so it's sort of like the fans are manipulating the movies.
This proves Jack's theory of we live in a simulation.
Oh yeah,
Someone's been watching. Telling you now. Oh, I love
Say
that.
that again.
You've been watching. That's great.
Yeah, mate. Gotta support the boys. Gotta support the boys.
there's so many of these.
It's sort of like a thing where it's like, is it like if it links into Jack's theory, does that got something to do with maybe the simulation like failing or
Ooh,
something, or maybe
yeah,
it's like
you know, it's when you've
No, it's just lazy
either lazy coding or your PC specs are not very good. You know what I mean? So there's
Yeah, I
an
know that
occasional
already.
dip in performance. Yeah, you know, and you've got your Intel. This guy's using Intel integrated graphics. He needs to upgrade to an Nvidia or an AMD AMD Radeon.
Wait, what?
Dude. I mean, like, on the topic of that is, I think it's just mostly what it could be boiled down to is essentially what something's happened, an event's happened, people have said it across like say time, and then people have started to believe in it. So
It's
it's
just
sort
a
of,
massive game of Chinese whispers.
yeah.
Hmm. That's
it's like-
just what rumours are, though.
With history, it's sort of like we can never really 100% know what happens because it's always based on people's accounts of things.
We're
Hmm.
lucky now. We've got so much like video and stuff, so this surely won't happen again.
Yeah.
But it still will. I cannot believe, like, when I found out that the Monopoly guy did not have a monocle.
Yeah,
I
my
don't
life.
know why I remember him having a monocle.
People have been kind of freaked out, but because obviously the Mona Lisa. What
Oh,
face does she pulls.
It's really like neutral or like a tiny little, maybe smile. But people remember her having a more prominent one.
People
I always
think
remember
she
having a
was-
straight.
People thought she had a straight face. No, she's slightly smiling.
She is
No,
slightly
I-
Mona
smiling.
Lisa is the most overrated thing I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
not even that good a painting. It looks a bit
It's
crap.
it's only
Oh,
famous because it's the first portrait with it. I am. I think isn't it the first? I'm a BTEC in art, so yeah.
Oh, poor you.
Respect his knowledge here.
It's only famous because isn't it the first portrait with a background?
You're the one with a BTEC in art.
Yeah.
I think it's something like
We
that.
don't know. And who's just dropped out? Oh, Tom.
Did any of you watch Pokemon?
Yeah,
Sort of, yeah.
Right,
it's about
Pikachu's tail.
Pikachu. Yeah,
It apparently had a
I
brown
remember that
zigzag
being
pattern
yellow.
on it. It never had that.
I remember it having all yellow tail anyway. I don't remember it The
Yeah.
black thing, when I saw the edited picture of it, I was just like, no, that doesn't look normal.
Oh god, pretty bad. Like, the Mandela Effect's pretty wild.
Yeah.
You sound a bit tired there, Jack. It's almost like we've recorded this twice.
It's almost like we're off.
Fuck off.
Oh,
Time flies when you're having fun. Again.
No, but that annoys me so much because that hour and 10 minutes was actually pretty good. It was just very unorganized, and we just kept shouting about how shit our teams was. Anyway, I think we should get. Should we carry on with the Mandela effects?
I think
I
we've
think
discussed it.
we've
It was
gone
just
through all of them.
I think we'll. Yeah. So we'll get
What
on
else
to
has been going on in the world? So
I
we've
think-
had
national
James
football.
Charles is a nonce.
the Evergreen
Uh,
boat.
The what?
The
the
Evergreen.
dam.
Oh, the
Suez
boat, yeah,
Canal.
shit, yeah.
How? By the way, just how do you do that?
But then,
What this?
He kicked out into a Tokyo drift, didn't
nah, but after it happened, I saw this TikTok, most reliable place for information, and you were saying that the Suez Canal, because you need a captain to go through, like a trained captain to navigate you through the Suez Canal,
Oh god, that is incredible. I love that.
and so you have to pay them something, and then they often want to shit them because it's that sort of area, and it's full of corruption. And if you don't pay them enough, they'll just crash your boat. And so this guy was saying that it's a bit suspicious, but then it could be a fault of the captain just not getting paid enough. And I can see why, but to the extent that you've caused damage wise, no, I can't see why you
I
did it.
think it's just hilarious, just getting like you're just there and you have one job and then you just get it stuck in the Suez Canal, just blocking so much world trade going on. It's just so funny, and all the memes coming from it.
Yeah, it's funny that because like I think the prices of trading and that were going up as well because of that, so it got more expensive, all because of a fucking boat getting jammed.
I think
It
it's
just
more like
looks so funny. There's just a boat just across one of the most important shipping lanes in the world. Imagine that happening in the Panama Canal. Oh, that
Oh,
was
that'd
an
be fucked.
That's even worse. Now though, unreal engineering on that boy.
Oh my god.
If you watch a video of it, like it's fucking sick.
I'm pretty sure it's very unethical what they did.
Yeah, but who gives a shit?
Yeah, people might have like died making this shit, but no, at least it did it. At least
Yeah, I know. Who cares? Oh
like-
god,
if you bring that out, imagine bringing that attitude to like Primark. Yeah, some like Bangladeshi kids may have died making this.
I think everyone
making this
does that.
shirt, but it's really nice. I might buy it. Like
that's
imagine-
how hold the Qatar World Cup. Oh, the stadiums are really nice. I know a load of people have been financially screwed and they've died making it, but you know what? It's a nice little looking stadium. It's a nice bit of architecture.
Look
Who
at that.
cares?
Oh, and what's that? The stadiums are going to be used afterwards for education. Yeah, don't worry. People have died making this, but at least it's going to get used. Like,
I mean, it's better than what's where the Brazil World
oh
Cup.
shit, yeah, the stadium collapsed.
Oh, and I know.
Abandoned.
You know the Beijing World Cup, a load of their the Bird's Nest
Olympics.
Stadium. It was completely useless. Yeah, the
Hmm.
Olympics, not the World Cup. The
Yeah.
Olympics, they just got the Bird's Nest Stadium. Like the one thing the UK did incredibly well of is everything we did was really. It was either redone or was intending to be torn down anyway afterwards.
Yeah.
I really want to go. You know that like red spiral thing? There's like a slide on it now.
Yeah.
I really want to go on that.
I
You know
remember
the
we
Russia
went.
World Cup with
Hmm.
where they put the seats on scaffolding.
Oh,
my
that
God,
looks
yeah.
so
Is
dodge.
that, did they take it down?
I assume they would have.
I'm going
Thing
to
is, though, the thing is, though, used to Lancashire cricket. They use their massive grandstand is scaffolding. I'll get a video on my from my phone from when I
Oh
went
my
to
god,
the
they did it
Ashes.
at both ends. Jesus.
But
Oh my
like
God.
the massive grandstand is all scaffolding, and when I send you this video to the group chat, it's when you sit right at the top, you look down, it's just scaffolding. You're like, holy shit, okay, my life is depending on these metal poles below me.
I hate scaffolding.
I hate
Daunting.
scaffolding.
Oh, one
makes me
thing. Have any of
nervous.
you guys seen scaffolding being put up or taken down?
No.
No.
It just appears.
I know, yeah, it just appears.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Fuck off, we're not going through this again.
No, fuck off.
Have you guys ever like been really tempted? Just you see a pigeon and you just want to absolutely yeet it.
when it shits on the car, then yeah.
Oh, I remember we had no, those seagulls. Right, I just remember
I made a
Every
pigeon
time.
fly into a door once. It was fun.
every lunch secondary school, someone's hair or phone or blazer was getting a seagull shit over it. It was awful. I remember my chicken and chips one time, my chicken nuggets and chips. I had to wait. They happened every 3 weeks, and they were the nicest thing. About to tuck into it, seagull right in it.
Oh,
Just a bit of mayo.
Oh.
Oh, that is horrible.
Look at the fucking state of that scaffolding.
Oh my god, that is. Imagine if someone just goes underneath that and just thinks, you know what? Let's
To
just
be
drive into it.
Nah, it's fair. It is blocked off underneath it, but I sat at the top of it, not the top of it, but near the top
Yeah,
for
over the back of it as well.
you'd be.
It's that raised.
Oh, the stands were dismantled, by the way.
Yeah, those
March
that
2020. Last
that
year.
massive scaffolding stand is disbanded every single season. But like, I sat at the top of it for I think it was Australia versus South Africa in the Cricket World Cup. And you sit at the top of it. The view's amazing. You can see Old Trafford from it. You can see straight into Manchester.
Mhm.
But then you look down and you're like, okay, fuck. And I'm not afraid of heights by any stretch of the imagination. But okay, this is very sketchy.
Yeah.
Your mind always goes to like what the worst could happen.
Mm.
Only
I remember
takes
seeing
one ball.
an episode where Flanders' wife dies
Yeah, it gets
by
shot in like,
falling. They get
Mm.
hit with something and then falls off the back of a stand. I believe that happened. Might be the Mandela Effect happens and that never happened.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's how she died.
It's pretty...
yeah, she got shot with like some shirt gun, I think it
Oh,
was, or something.
shotgun, yeah, and falls off the back.
Yeah.
Falling to my death is like the thing I hate the most.
I think that'd be pretty fun though. Imagine like you have to die, so but like you jump off a massively high building. So that I could just imagine how fun it would be being in the air, just free
No,
falling.
shut
And
up.
obviously
No.
it would be a messy end.
Like,
But,
do you know the video from that university with like where the balcony collapses and you just see them flying down to the floor
Fucking, yeah.
in Bolivia? And I'm sure you would have seen it before. If I showed you a video, you'd get it. But like, you just see them fall down and you just hit the floor.
Yeah.
Imagine you survive that. I fell off a 6-foot wall next to my house, and I still get back spasms to this day.
Yeah.
Imagine you
how
on-
you land, isn't it?
onto solid like rock or something like that. I don't know what they use in Bolivia to build their universities. Blocks of cocaine. Like
Christ.
you fall onto that from 20 feet face down or on your back. Or even on your legs. Your legs get shattered, your spine gets shattered, you smash your face in, and you survive that. You've got to live through that pain. Oh, it should be the fucking worst.
Yeah, it's like on YouTube where you have like the adrenaline junkies that they'll climb a skyscraper. There's a video of this one guy in Asia, I think it was Korea, and he climbed up this skyscraper and he slipped and he fell. And you could literally, he caught it on his camera on his GoPro of him falling because he mounted it on like the other side of the building. And it's just like, imagine you're him. Once you lose your grip and you fall, you know that's it.
You're just like what do you even think? What do you even do? Do you just like how long? Like it must feel like an eternity though.
Yeah.
Like falling.
Because you're falling and you're like, I'm done. There's nothing that can help me.
I mean,
Nothing in the world.
you would obviously try and you would look below and just think, please tell me there's like a massive haystack or something. Or just like something to make you
Like a
fall.
pool of
Just like a
water.
massive like inflate, like one of those landing pad things, like the inflatable thing.
Yeah.
Please, because water wouldn't help when you get a certain height
Nah,
because
I
it,
know what
it
you want.
will be like concrete if you're at a certain height. But
Just whips out his Fortnite glider and just a sec.
Umbrella comes out. Oof. So where we landed?
They
Oh,
actually
damn.
kind of look like the battle pass. That's what I'm saying.
$19 Fortnite card. Anyway,
Who wants it?
Honest.
No more Fortnite.
fucking hell.
Oh, I hate my life.
Anyway, so we're all discussing falling to our deaths. I mean, I get that feeling when I even go over this little bridge on the docks, like just next to my house. There's these like little docks for boats and that, and there's these little like metal bridges that go over to like the other side. And it's,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I shit myself when I'm on them for some reason because I just feel like my phone's gonna jump out and go through it, and it's just.
Oh, bridges are up there with some of my worst fears.
There's a bridge near Preston that takes you to Manchester, and it's like really high, and like it's not. But the fall is so deep, and it goes into like a canal.
Yeah, I
Like,
think I know what you mean.
yeah, and I
There's,
think when it gets windy, it slightly moves, and
Yeah.
fucking hell. Oh,
Do you remember
There
that
was
thing?
a
Like-
bridge I used to pass over on the way to school. It passes over the M62,
Mhm.
and when it was windy, it used to act like a massive wind tunnel.
Oh,
And it was just,
God.
it was hilarious seeing all the year 7 just getting absolutely yeeted around by this wind and flying everywhere.
That would have been funny to see.
Kids falling off their bikes because it's
Oh my god.
But like, do you remember the thing that happened in Genoa like last year? I think it was where that bridge collapsed.
Wait, no, I haven't seen this. Wait,
That massive bridge in Genoa which collapsed and then like it was like a motorway bridge. Cars are falling off it and into like it's fucking atrocious.
Oh my god.
Imagine being in a car there and that bridge just collapsed under your feet, like
Ugh.
just to your feet, and then you're just falling in your car.
It just collapsed. What the hell?
Mhm.
GTA's Carmageddon mod.
Oh my god.
Oh,
never-
it's
Another type of bridge I have an anxiety with is the ones that sort of open and close, for ships.
oh, drawbridge.
Drawbridges. There's one on the massive docks near me, and where I went for a walk to the other day. And I walked across it, and I just thought, if this bridge just opens up now for no apparent reason, I'm fucked.
Yeah, you're just going under. Suddenly, a boat turns up. To be fair, though, if it opens, they're very slow.
Yeah, you have some chance.
Like, you'll have a lot of chance. I mean, imagine you're at the top of it and you just get over the bit
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
not
the
like
very top.
It's
But
not
no,
like it
you'd be
instantly
fine.
opens as you're walking across the centre of it.
Yeah.
You'll have a few minutes to react.
It just suddenly just flips up and you're just launched back down, or you're just launched across the city.
I don't know why I thought of it, but have you seen the TikTok where the kids boot the ball against that wind
Oh,
turbine?
that just happens. That just
Yeah.
happens to you on the
Yeah.
drawbridge.
Oh
I think
my
it'd be
God.
kind of sick to try jump a drawbridge. Like, do you know when it's like going up and you should like try jump it?
Oh,
Or
Oh,
am I
that'd
just-
be sick.
yeah, bet you'd feel like some form of like stunt.
Just
fucking
God.
thing.
I'll just feel like a god.
Fast and Furious-esque.
Oh my god! Like, oh god,
Mighty
windmills are
Club.
sort of another. Like talking of windmills, like there's sort of another thing I have an anxiety for. Because imagine if like
Your fucking
One of the
blade
blades.
all comes off. Oh my
Imagine
the
just
blade comes off.
walking into a wind turbine.
it
Like, I
get-
don't know how
it's
you
very
do it, but you
cold.
just
It gets very cold, by the way. Under there.
imagine being like the person on the end of that football. Imagine if the football hits at a bad angle and it just absolutely whacks you in the balls or something. Like imagine it didn't launch up
It's
in the
a
air, but it
granny in the
launched its.
skull.
No, it didn't launch up in the air, but it just launched straight down at one of those guys and just right in the plums. Imagine
Even
that.
on the head, that'd fucking kill.
That would just explode them, wouldn't it? Sorry, that's a grim thought. Or at worst, just their head would be just. What would happen? Would their head just go? Or would they just have the worst concussion known to? No, dead.
They'd have
I
a
have
real.
no idea
It
what
just
would
hits
happen.
Van Dijk like mid-August and he's out for next season.
Liverpool fans just petition against the wind turbine.
Oh my
I want
god.
to see someone boot a Sondico ball against it. Absolutely fucking
Just
send it.
breaks
No,
the. Just
Imagine
breaks
if it was a mitre ball.
Oh god.
Oh, that
The
thing would be like a
recipient
comet.
of that.
Oh,
Apparently, that broke the turbine. By the way, like the
really?
turbine got damaged by the football.
I'm not
I
surprised.
assume he gets hit by worse things.
No, but
Birds. Imagine. Oh, why am I? I don't know. I'd really just want to see a video of just a pigeon just being torn up by a wind turbine.
Jesus.
Jesus.
That is some, that is
The
some
birds
live
are gonna
leaks
be
esque
driving.
shit. That you're asking
One just
for.
one just poos on me, and it just instant karma.
is though, the speed the turbine's going and the weight it's got, even the smallest thing hitting it is like gonna fucking.
Yeah, because it's so much power. Like the
Yeah, that's the
speed.
thing with throwing like little stones at trains, isn't it?
Well,
Well,
look at bird strikes on planes.
Oh yeah, they
Did
like
you see that one the
absolutely
other day?
destroy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
One bird can dent a nose of a fucking strong
It's a
air.
terrifying thought, though. Like, I'm just thinking, what happens if I'm in a plane and a bird just flies into the engine?
It depends on the
It's
size.
happened, but it's terrifying. The
It
thought that a
depends on, like,
bird.
depends on like the velocity of what the bird's traveling and also the plane's traveling. Like because obviously because the plane's got two engines, so like
Yeah,
if
it
one
can
fails,
mess with.
Depends
it's
what
not
Imagine
gonna
you
just,
have a
like,
flock of birds.
dip.
Like some animals, they're like very aware of stuff coming towards them and they run out of the way. And then there's just those dopey animals that just allow them to be hit by something.
Yeah.
I'm just terrified. I'll be in a plane one day and then suddenly one of these dopey birds just go in and just crash my plane.
Oh my god.
Just imagine that. What a way to die.
Im-
thing is, bird
By a
strike-
pigeon.
This has
bird
been a
it's
very
funny-
like.
It's funny when a bird flies into like a window whilst you're in like a lesson. Though it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, you're just
It's
like
the
talking
noise.
about. You're just
The
talking about
noise.
saying, and then suddenly boom, and you're just
Yeah.
like, what
What
the?
the
And then
fuck
you
was
just see the
that?
bird just sort of. It's almost like a walk of shame, just like a fly of shame away. Because usually they aren't particularly injured. They're just. It's as if they're embarrassed about themselves.
Fucking hell.
Idiots.
Well, that was a morbid 10 minutes.
Anyway, we'll move on to. I think we'll move on to the football now. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yes, this is the part I can talk about.
Yeah.
Right, so the international break happened. One club in particular had a bitch fit over it. Which club was that, guys?
Norwich.
Was it a certain one from a certain inbred area of the country?
Dun,
Troy
dun, dun,
Somebody
dun,
tweeted, "Fuck the EFL and fuck Preston North End."
I saw
said,
that
makes
one,
a change
yeah.
from your family
Fuck the
members. To be
government and
fair,
fuck Boris.
Yeah, makes a change. That was a great one. Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, the guy
Norfolk's,
took it. To be fair, the guy
Yeah,
took
no,
it well.
he did. He took it just like he took it from his family.
Oh
Sorry.
fucking hell!
How many
Sorry, bro.
inbred jokes can you fit into this segment?
Freckles and inshallah.
Oh my god! They still had they still had more toes and fingers, and they had players potentially missing out. Right, come on, more. Let's come up with more incest jokes. Come on.
Their mums have beards.
Oh god.
Ollie should be good at inbred jokes. I mean, he is inbred himself, being from Yorkshire.
Wow.
Fuck off.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Roast battle. Come on. What are you responding to that?
Come on, I've been on this podcast with Ollie for a while now, and I've at least had a bit of respect for him.
No need to throw. You can't just come in here, Matty, right, and start throwing around shit like that, right?
He
Thinking
came
you're
on
all.
the first episode and chose violence.
Matty came in looking for smoke.
Woke up feeling dangerous.
You were feeling dangerous.
Matty's arriving.
So let's talk about Norwich City, right? So basically, Norwich City complained to the EFL, saying, "Yo, we're gonna have a number of our key members potentially missing the game because of the international break and injuries." Also, Preston, can you agree to this? No.
Half ratio.
No. Why? No. We're sort of a club in desperate need of points, so any advantage we're going to get, we're going to take it. It's just how we're going to do it. And Super Frank McAvoy, who's making us play some of the most shithouse football I've ever seen, where practically it's like Sam Allardyce's football, where the midfield is pretty much a tennis net. And, yeah, went 1-0 down, sick. We played awful throughout the entire game. And then suddenly in the 94th minute, Brad Potts, you beautiful human being who I've definitely not slandered before, ever in my life, and definitely never made a meme of him wearing bootcut jeans and Timberland boots, bags one in the 94th minute via a deflection, and we draw the game 1-1, getting us a first point, a point in Frankie McAvoy's first game as interim manager. Can I just say how good that fucking felt?
Mate, I was texting my girlfriend at the time. I just opened the Snapchat, get a sofa score notification, fuck typing the message I was gonna send. Just spam the keyboard and Ninjala. Open keyboard and Ninjala. Mate, fucking limbs in the kitchen. That was Derby away-esque limbs.
Oh mate, there was limbs in my bed. No, God, no.
What have you been doing? Jesus.
I'm gonna shut up. There was limbs in the house. I'm not gonna say my bedroom because, yeah.
I mean, Brad Potts isn't really Scream model, but you know, ever floats your boat.
To be fair, that man bun's kind of looking like.
He's kind of looking a bit.
Yeah, his old trim's fucking amazing. You saw that trim in a green and yellow shirt, you knew you'd fucked up.
You knew it was over. QPR and Stoke, no. Like that goal at Stoke, man.
That Stoke goal is still on my profile. Pretty much everything that isn't Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, I hope he picks it up now, so I don't have to bring out the Timberland boots and jeans meme. I mean, I'll bring it out just as a present. It's going to take on new meaning. But I want to get on right because obviously we saw Alex Neil leave the club, and Frankie McAvoy takes charge. Right, from an outsider's point of view, and we're also going to do it from a Preston fan's point of view from me and Matty. Who do you four think could potentially take the North End job?
Paul Eckingbottom.
No. Okay.
Tony Pulis.
Oh.
Sam Allardyce.
Fucking die.
Jonathan Woodgate.
No.
No.
Be serious, please.
Eric Black.
No, I mean Eddie Howe. It looks like he's going to
Celtic.
Yeah.
I'm shocked John Terry hasn't been linked with the job. He seems to be being linked with every type of job.
I think he has. I don't know.
He's just linked to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, Gareth Ainsworth. That's the one I was thinking of.
Gareth Ainsworth.
He'd be good. Yeah.
I think with Gareth Ainsworth, his football is pretty dire, but I feel like North End. I like him, and he works, and obviously, I said this on Twitter the other day. I think giving him the North End job would allow him to evolve as a manager and give him that. I think more of an expression to allow him to express himself more as a manager and try something new because he's going to have the resources, he's going to have the players to do that. So we don't have
resources.
Does he actually have the players? Is Preston's team?
Yeah. Emil Reese is good. You can build. I feel like we can build a team around Emil Reese. We've got Scott Sinclair, we've got Tom Barkhausen, players who can press when they're not being lazy, Scotty, and Daniel Johnson, who can just pull the strings in a midfield, along with someone like Jason Malumbi and Ben Whiteman.
Alan Brown.
Oh, Alan Brown.
Patrick Bauer, who's been out.
I mean, you'd still have a great centre back if Liverpool didn't choose to have like.
He'll go
just-
in the summer.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they signed him.
Yeah, but I
understand.
don't think they
Aspiration.
realised they were going to sign Kabak. That's the thing.
I reckon he'll go to Brom. I didn't Brom him and Ajayi.
No, I reckon he'll go to Celtic.
Yeah, he'll go to Celtic. Depends.
They almost signed him, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were.
they almost
They
won a
pretty
free
much
contract.
agreed. It was pretty much agreed that he was going to go there, but.
I guess if you have a team like Liverpool calling, you
I've got
think,
the odds up here now. Right, Gareth Ainsworth is 2-1 on Sky Bet. Nicky Butt is 5-2. Roy Keane
Nicky
is 5-1.
Butt. When was last time Nicky Butt had a job?
He's never had.
Last Thursday at Man United. He was at Man United and then he left, and that's where the speculations come from because he left with an saying he wants new opportunities and new choices in his new opportunities and shit like that in his career.
Yeah, so we've been thrown into the mix. I don't know if I'd take him though.
No, I don't think I would.
He's not proven. Would you take John Terry? I can't see it happening.
I wouldn't personally take
I feel like John Terry would be too much of a risk. I think he's got a bit more experience than Nicky Butt, but
Well, he's had 3 years as assistant. No, 2 and a bit years as assistant to Big Dean Smith.
oh my god, I've just pressed look at more and oh god, this is getting worse. Firstly, Roy Keane is 5-1. He's third favourite.
That would be a terrible appointment.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be.
We
a
can't
terrible-
get
We're
him
smart.
off
We are. I know. We are smarter than that. Frankie McAvoy's 8-1.
Who does he manage? Who is he?
He's
Because
our
I've seen
interim
his name
manager.
thrown around, but I don't actually know
He's
who
our
he
in-
is.
He's our
He's
interim
our-
manager. He's our
Yeah, he's our
interim.
Oh,
Joey Barton's 9-1.
he's actually not that bad an appointment. He's not a bad manager. He just has minor.
No,
He just
he's a
has
massive
minor
twat.
issues with conduct.
He's already commented on it, saying, "Oh, I mean, I like Preston as a club, but I'm dedicated to Bristol Rovers."
Is it Bliss? Because he was at Fleetwood, wasn't he? And he
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
There was like a thing about assault on another manager or something, wasn't there?
That was
Yeah.
4 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't
He
it the
left
Barnsley manager?
Yeah, he left Fleetwood though after Ched Evans was sold. Well, given to us on loan.
Yeah, I mean, because apparently, I think the club didn't like his treatment of him. I think it was something like
To be fair though, it is a really petty thing. You look at that and people are instantly going to scapegoat Ched Evans as the victim there, but as the aggressor there. But I think it's more Barton. I think Evans is the
Yeah.
victim of Barton's lack of man management in a way. What was it? He made like some sort of joke with like some cards. Or something.
He doesn't have a sense of humour.
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't take Barton because he played for Burnley.
Yeah, he scored that free kick against us,
Yeah.
and that which deflecting in Chris Kirkland. Fuck me, Chris Kirkland.
I feel for Chris Kirkland though because he went through a lot of shit at this time.
Yeah. He wasn't that bad, but he wasn't great. But like, I remember there's one moment that stands out in my mind when we played Leeds in the last game of the 15-16 season. He gave away a penalty, and he's like, "You should never have gone there because if the ball was going to go out."
I feel like Maxwell at Ipswich away.
Yeah. Grant McCann, 11-1. He's at Hull. I'm starting to change my mind a little bit on him now.
Nah, still no.
I still wouldn't take him though.
I mean, talking to Hull City fans, they fucking despise him. You know.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's
Grant McCann was he there at Hull last season?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the only manager I've ever seen that's played Leeds at least that's admitted defeat before the game's actually kicked off. Like,
I'm not making surprised.
he said in his press conference, I was like, "Oh, we're expecting a battering."
Oh my god.
And he was right. They lost 3-0. We won 3-0, but
Oh my god.
Just at least it's not Boothroyd. Anyone but Boothroyd, and you're all right.
Oh, imagine you get Boothroyd.
I
He
He
don't
might be out of a job
He's
soon.
25-1.
Is he?
Yeah, but
Oh,
he's like
God.
low down on the list.
No, yeah, he wouldn't.
Michael Appleton 16-1. He's He's in my
Yeah.
top 2.
He's
I
my
want him.
top.
I
He's
mean,
my
yeah. I mean, there are still some reports saying that we've already got him, and there are some reports saying we haven't, you know, and that we're looking at him. Like, I think the ones we are looking at are Gareth Ainsworth. Gareth Ainsworth's gagging for that job. I do not care what anyone says. Like, he got asked about it on Sky Sports, right, and he was like smiling. He could not hide his excitement when he got told about it. Like, he's gagging for that job. Because he's obviously a former player, he's obviously a club legend as well, so he's gagging for it. Another club legend, I'd say, is Michael Appleton as well, who I think is more of a perfect choice for us. You know, young,
He's in
good
Sons of North End as well.
yeah, Sons of North End fan, good at developing young players, good at getting the most out of current players, and and it plays really exciting brand of football. And another club legend in Callum Davidson, who I think is more of a risk.
Yeah,
He's only had 1 season, and he's won the Scottish Cup. To be fair to him, with St Johnstone. Who's Chris Davies? Is he the one that? Is he the geezer that managed Southend?
Fan fucking clue. I think my top 3 would be completely unrealistic. Top 3 would be Eddie Howe, Chris Wilder, Gareth Ainsworth.
I wonder what happened with Chris Wilder, because he's out of a job and he's a superb
Davis
manager.
is Brendan Rodgers is number 2. So you know what? I don't think that'd be too bad of a gamble. Derek McInnes, who I think we should probably stay away from. Mickey Mellon, no. Neil Lennon, straight no. Here's an interesting one. Yeah, Ryan Lowe.
Yeah.
Simon Grayson back.
No, thank you.
I remember when Sunderland hired him, and I thought, oh, that's actually a really good move. I was very wrong, of course. That Sunderland reminds me of when Chris Coleman, when he was called a prick. And he just talks about his kids and his wife. I'm a married man.
Man with 3 kids, or to be fucking honest.
But yeah, I'd take Ryan Lowe, to be fair, because, you know, obviously attacking football, and again, one of them that is really good at developing young players and current players. Like, I'd take him, but then again, his lack of experience in the Championship could cost us. But he's a young manager who's being touted as like the next big thing. So, and also Chris Coleman's 25 to 1.
I mean, I think what you need most is someone that will build a team, because your team is just so bang average.
Steve Bruce, if
Graham
he loses
Wesley's
his job.
25 to 1. No.
Who is?
Graham Wesley. I'd rather not. Not again. Don't make me go through that.
Wait, have you already had him as your manager?
Yes, like twice, I think, in it, or just
no, just the once in the second half of the 11-12 season and most of the 12-13 season before he got sacked, and then we brought in Simon Grayson.
I told my mum that he was pretty high up on the odds list, and she went, "Oh no, I'd rather slip wrists."
Oh Jesus!
Which is
quite an indictment.
Brutally honest, but I think I'd have to agree with her.
I'd have to agree with her as well. Hernan Crespo's 25 to 1.
Hernan Crespo.
Hernan Crespo. Does he even manage?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah.
I can't.
If you get Crespo as your manager, I'll give you a $5 each.
He's manager of Sao Paulo.
That'll just be sick.
Sao Paulo. Oh God, the 4th in that league. Oh.
Oh.
To be fair, the Brazilian league's quite competitive. If you think about it.
Gremio, Fluminense,
Flamengo, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, they've got a number. To be fair, Brazil is a really underrated nation for football. I mean, not in terms of international football. For actual
shit, he's just got there. He's won 2, drawn 1, lost 1.
Oh, fair enough.
To be fair, his records... Oh, God. At Defensa y Justicia in Argentina, he had a 42% win percentage.
That's
decent.
Shallow.
No, it's decent comparing on how good the team is.
Yeah, but we had Alex Neil had a 50% loss rate this season, but when he got sacked.
Yeah, no, but loss rate.
True. Yeah. Actually, no, 40% pretty decent. Think about it. For a 46-game season, that's what about. It's about 19, 20 wins.
What's that? That's 60, 70 points.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Just from draws as well. That's just from wins as well, not including draws.
Yeah.
So hearing some of those names, who do you think would be a perfect fit for North End?
I'm sold on
Crespo.
Crespo now because he sounds cool.
Hernan Crespo at Deepdale.
I think
I think I'd do so much.
Player manager.
I mean,
do
to
a
be
better
fair, he's
job.
better than some of the strikers we've got. Not slagging off any of our lads, but Erling Crespo is some striker. Had him as an icon in FIFA 20. That's over 450 goals. Love that man to bits.
I actually genuinely would love us to go down like a former big player sort of route, like John Terry.
Thierry Henry.
I wouldn't take Thierry Henry though.
As if Preston North End are going to get Thierry Henry as their manager.
Nah, mate.
I remember he almost joined Villa and then luckily he went to Monaco, which fair enough, joining Monaco. I mean, Monaco's quite a nice place, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's
but
It's a bit
how do you
better
not
than
get
Birmingham.
He's clear at Monaco as well.
the fucker realised that he wasn't playing FIFA and couldn't get the best out of Wissam Ben Yedder? To be fair, I think I want Michael Appleton or Gareth Ainsworth and Ryan Lowe.
Yeah,
those
I
are the
think
three I'd want.
I think the top first two make a lot of sense.
My
I
top
think Ainsworth will happen.
my top three would be Michael Appleton, Ryan Lowe, and Gareth Ainsworth.
Yeah.
I think shout out to our boy Oliver Hargreaves. He probably botched his name there. I can't remember off the top of my head. But
Yeah. No, you're right.
he wrote a really good piece, which was a good read, and I encourage anyone to go read it about Ryan Lowe, and it was really good reading. I think
Good detail as well.
that just made he seems to have a good tactical input compared to to Gareth Ainsworth, who has a more of a
Defensive approach, a lot more of a robust approach. Yeah, he's very intricate as well, Ryan Lowe, and I like it. He also liked it as well. He's seen it, by the way.
Yeah,
and that's only fueling the rumours more now. So I'd take Ryan Lowe. I like him, and I think he actually seems like a really good personality as well. Like he genuinely seems like he makes the players want to play for him. He also seems like he gets on with everybody. Like I've seen some of the interviews and all that. He genuinely looks like a genuinely great bloke and also a great manager. So I'd take him.
I think he'd do a good job with Riss as well.
Yeah.
Talking about Niall Ennis in his, I think it's Niall Ennis in his piece.
And Luke Jeffcott.
Yeah, I think he'd do a good job with Riss.
Yeah.
I think he'd do a good job with the squad we've already got.
Yeah.
Obviously, anyone that's going to come in is going to have a really hard summer. Either way, anyone that comes in is going to have a hard summer. So was Neil.
Yeah.
This summer's the most mental summer transfer window we've ever seen from a North End perspective.
This summer is big for us because if Ryan Lowe was to come in, like if any manager was to come in, I hope they get the promise that they're going to get back significantly because we need a rebuild. We need a rebuild.
Well, we need to properly replace Darnell Fisher, Ben Davis, Pirro. I guess we've already have done, but we need fullbacks? Probably 2 fullbacks minimum, 2 centre backs minimum.
I'd go for a striker because I don't see us extending Evans's contract for some reason. I just don't see it.
Which is a shame because I think he's done okay.
Yeah, I think he has, yeah.
I think when people gave him, I mean, obviously people are going to give him shit when he comes in. It was a very dark period when he came in. He's done his talking on the pitch, He puts 100% into every match. That showed at Blackburn away. He was one of the best players on the pitch at Blackburn away. He got man of the match, and he stood out on the pitch. If you'd have seen him, you'd think, okay, he's been there for quite a while. Okay, he's a decent championship level player.
Yeah.
I think he does a good job in our team. He's what we need in Riss or Maguire, which we don't just quite get.
Definitely. So I definitely. So yeah, I feel like I'm more convinced on Ryan Lowe being our next manager. Like you said, 2 full-backs minimum, 2 centre-backs minimum, and a goalkeeper as well. I would do everything to get Daniel Iverson. Iverson.
Mate. He needs to be in the... And this might sound a bit stupid, but he needs to be in conversations for one of the best keepers in the league. Maybe the stats don't show it, but saves like that Armstrong save at Blackburn away, that's not a one-time thing. That's happened numerous times, over and over again.
Definitely. Bournemouth, it happened, I swear. He's done it so many times. He's saved our ass, man.
He's kept us from embarrassment week in, week out.
Oh.
He got us a point. He got us all 3 points at Blackburn. He got us a point against Bournemouth. His saves are absolutely crucial. We would be in even worse position than we already are without him. And I'm not discrediting Rudd by any means, but in terms of shot stopping, Iverson, he is miles better than Rudd.
Yeah. I'd also focus on getting Seth Vandenberg and Anthony Gordon on loan again. I think we've got to think in Vandenberg's loan way. If he plays 7 games, we've got him again. But I hope we've got the same thing with Anthony Gordon, because I know we're already looking at them again, at getting them again. I'd take a gamble on getting Lindsay on a free because his contract's up. So I'd take him.
Oh yeah.
I like Lindsay for some reason. I just do.
No, I think he's done well when he's come into. He's not been as good since he's come back from his injury, but keywords come back from an injury. Blackburn away, he was solid. Obviously, he scored as well. And I think he's done a solid job. I think he's not as good as Davies, and by any stretch of the imagination, but for what we can get and the budget we've got, I think he's a very good option.
Definitely. So yeah. We'll move on to the international break, and obviously with all that malarkey.
Bit boring.
Was it a bit
Southgate's a fraud.
England won a few games.
Ollie Watkins is England's best striker, and then look, we're done.
Lewis became a comedian.
Oh yeah. Are you sure is that it? Maybe Germany lost to North Macedonia.
Oh yeah, they did that.
A game that fucked my tenfold accurate.
Also,
Gambling's bad,
I think
kids.
Charlie would like to know. Obviously, I think he would like to turn this into more of a Alexander Mitrovic wankfest. Go on, Charlie.
He's done well. He's scored a very nice chip shot against Ireland, and well, let's just say he's better at Serbia than he is at Fulham. So
doesn't take much.
Does it?
What
was your reaction to that though? Of him just banging in goals for Serbia though?
Disappointed.
Really?
It's just because it's something that we struggled with this entire season. It could be the difference between us going down and staying up, and just see him just go to Serbia and just bang them in like they're nothing.
I mean, John McGinn for Scotland is great.
Oh my god!
He keeps scoring. He just scores every time for Scotland, and yet the only goal I think he scored for us this season was a deflected shot against Liverpool.
Yeah, he scored 3 for Scotland.
Yeah, he didn't.
He's one of their top scorers. He's one of their better scorers, ever already. He's not that. Considering in midfield, I think he's got 10 goals for Scotland now, and most of them have come recently.
Yeah, he scored 1 against Austria and 2 against Faroe Islands.
Let me have a look at his. Let me have a look at the all-time list of highest goal scorers.
I mean, I doubt he's that high, but he's
He backs them.
But Yeah, Kenny Dalglish, their highest score on 30 goals. John McGinn, he is on 10, and a lot of people, he could be very easily over people like Ali McCoist and Kenny Miller. Like, he only needs 20 goals, and he's their fifth highest goal scorer ever. And he's a midfielder. Like, you're seeing, to be fair, a lot of these players are absolute, but people like Stephen Naismith, who played up top loads, Stephen Fletcher, and John
Ali
McGinn scored the
McCoist.
same amount of goals as them.
Ali
It's like looking
McCoist
at
was genuinely like a great striker as well. So was Kenny Dalglish,
Yeah.
and the fact
Ali McCoy, yeah, Kenny
if there's a
Dalglish is on
possibility
30.
He can take them over. Is so funny.
Yeah, Kenny Dalglish's first Scotland goal was in 1972, and his last one was in 84. John McGinn's first one was in 2019, and his most recent one was in 31st of March. Like, he scored 10 goals in under 2 years, pretty much.
To be fair, that's some going.
I know, and he's a midfielder.
But then again, there's a lot more international games than what we've got.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but it's still obscene.
Are we gonna, should we? I think we should move on to like England at the moment because like obviously there's this fucking divide between everyone at the moment about rating the players. Like Declan Rice gets a lot of shit.
Rice is a very good player, and if he was foreign, he would have his balls right in every Premier League fan's mouth.
Right, and
our entire midfield just gets shit.
Calvin Phillips, right? He was.
To be fair, I think Calvin Phillips is a little overrated by some people. He's a good player, but I think he's like Leeds fans think he's better than Declan Rice. I disagree. I think he sometimes gives the ball away and then does stupid fouls. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's as good as Leeds fans think he is.
I think with Calvin Phillips, you're getting someone who's very good with the ball. Like, he's very calm in possession and can lump a 40-yard ball. Like, there was that pass against... Oh, fuck, who was it?
San Marino.
San Marino. I mean, yeah, it's all San Marino. Bang!
It was
off to the
fucking
wing.
amazing touch as well by Foden, I think.
I think the midfield just gets grief for like the defence's incompetence. Basically.
It's because we also have too many defensive midfielders in midfield. Like Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice should never play together.
Yeah, I feel like I like Calvin Phillips, but I think it should be Rice, someone like Henderson, and then
even
Foden.
the lesser teams. I think Mount could be put next to Rice against some of the lesser teams.
To be fair though, people who don't rate Mount piss me off. They still rate him, but they still give him because of the Frank Lampard reasons.
I don't think Mount's anything special, but I think he's a good, solid player. Like, I don't see him being like. I can never see him being one of those like creative, like really top players. Definitely. But I think he's the type of player that will get in, like every team can make use of.
Yeah, he's a grafter in my opinion as well.
When I sat down and watched like the last half an hour of the Poland game, or whenever Jacob Mulder scored, and like he was the one player in the midfield who wanted to get forward. He wanted to get into the box. He wanted to get shots off. He was the only one in that midfield who was committed to get into the ball. He won the corner that Harry Maguire got. If I'm not bullshitting, I hope I'm not.
I can't remember.
I think
that game was so boring that I wasn't really paying attention.
Good finish for Maguire though.
Yeah, but I thought Poland should have had a penalty in my opinion. I think Maguire handballed it. Yeah. Stones made an absolute howler. I just don't trust Stones. I think's only good if he's next to like a dominant centre back. So Diaz, Company, Laporte.
I feel
those people.
Yeah,
I don't think him and Maguire can work together because Maguire's just clumsy.
Yeah, if Maguire wasn't clumsy, I think that centre back partnership would work. But I feel like I said this on Twitter, and I've not been given grief for it yet. I feel like Nathan Phillips should play next to him.
No, I'm not having that. I don't think he's particularly good. He's good in the air, but I think there's many better centre backs.
Yeah.
Really?
I think Ezri Konsa should be in there.
Yeah, Mings.
Mings is there because he's left-footed. I guess Mings is also a leader, but Konsa is the most underrated centre back in the country.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy is so good.
If Maguire grew some balls, he'd be one hell of a centre back.
Also,
want Matt
one-on-one,
Matt Target.
Yeah, Target is a very he's been so good this season. He's playing more than Chilwell. Target is now his last season. He was a really dodgy defender. He's just slow. But this season, one-on-one, he's having so many players just in his pocket, and I don't know what's happened to him, but he's just been obscene.
I
this
want him in
season.
the England squad.
Yeah,
I
I
do,
think
I do.
him. I think he should be in over.
Chilwell.
What do we make
Yeah.
of Alexander Arnold's omission from the squad though?
Unfair.
Very
I-
unfair.
Fair, 'cause he hasn't had the
I think-
great.
I don't think he's in that great, but I still think he's good enough to be in the squad.
I feel like he's needed in this.
Maybe
squad
play
as
him
well.
in maybe play him not at right back in a different position. Because I
Centre
reckon
mid.
he'd make a good centre mid. I reckon he'd be a
Number
good
8.
midfielder.
I think he'd make
Yeah.
a good number 8.
I think his inclusion is justified. If you're going to have a player, who knows they're going to get into the squad, who won't put in full effort. It's like Harry Wilson when what's his name came in, new Cardiff manager.
Oh, Mick McCarthy.
Mick McCarthy, yeah.
Harry Wilson didn't get played for a couple of games because he had the mentality that because okay, I'm the best here, so I'm going to play. So he didn't get played. Well, I think that's a fair enough point. He wasn't that good leading up to the international break, as shown by Liverpool's performances. Yeah, he might have put in a good performance today against Arsenal. He might have got a really good ball for the assist. But if you're not going to put in constant good performances, why should you be in that team?
I just think he's needed though, because I feel like if you're going to take Alexander Arnold out, who's also, I'd say England's best dead ball specialist, apart from James Ward-Prowse, but like
Kieran
Trippier, yeah. I mean, like
He's
Alexander
decent.
Arnold, right? He's probably one of the best attacking fullbacks in the. He's probably the best attacking fullback in the world, if we're not counting Kimmich as a right back.
Kimmich is a centre mid now. He's a defensive midfielder.
I mean,
he doesn't
like,
play right back.
If you're gonna, I feel like if you're taking Alexander Arnold out, you've got to put Ward-Prowse in the squad, because like,
You need
Ward-Prowse-
one good set piece taker, yeah.
But like, I like Ward-Prowse, but I just.
I don't think he's good enough all round. I think he's a very good set piece player, but I don't think he's that good a player. Well, no, he's a decent player, but I don't think he's better than a lot of people. You take out his set piece, and I think you got a very average player.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like I took this. If you take the set pieces out, because I was like one of the people that was raving about him in the start of the season, and I was like, he's got very good set. And now I'm coming to this realization that he's a good set piece taker, but apart from that, what does he actually do?
I think the biggest debate though is on the rumor that, like, Daily Mail, so I don't trust it that much. But the thought that Southgate might think of taking Lingard over Jack Grealish or Jadon Sancho.
Which I
Jadon Sancho, I think. I mean, he's in the Bundesliga, so you can't. It's difficult to rate. Like, no, but he's got to go over people like Lingard because he is on his day world class. And then there's Grealish, who's been one of the best players in the world this season, and I don't get how anyone could deny him being in there. He should be. Him and Kane, for me, are the first names on the team sheet.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
But then there's debates over whether Grealish should be there, and you're just thinking, okay, so you'll take the person who creates the most chances, beats a load of players, passing incredible, works hard, and you wins fouls. And remember, at the last World Cup, most of our goals were from set pieces. So you want the player who's the best in the world at winning free kicks. He's the record. I mean, he goes over easily sometimes, but every player does, and referees will always buy it.
Well, Brazil do that all the time. So
Every foreign player's done it for years. That's why it's slowly coming to the Premier League.
When you mentioned Brazil and diving, all I got was that vision of Adrian, the famous fish flop.
Oh, yeah.
That is a fucking brilliant one. I feel like, I feel like if you're going to take Jack Grealish out of the squad, I feel like you are taking out the closest player we've got to Paul Gascoigne in ages.
I just don't think England a lot of England fans and England, they just don't like
Oh.
creative players.
Yeah, hold on, right? Dare I
They don't-
compare Grealish to Gascoigne, by the way?
But
Oh
he
my
is
God.
like him. That's how he plays. He's a player that can just beat someone, do something
Who's got
absolutely
unreal
ridiculously
ability.
special.
And he has
I'm
that
not
sort
saying-
of attitude
yeah.
as well. Not, I
Yeah,
mean, minus
he's
the
got the
drinking
swagger
and all
about him.
that.
He's not got the alcoholic tendencies of Gascoigne.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he does have some of them, but not
Yo,
quite.
no, I mean, whoa. He got done for drink driving a few
No,
months ago.
he did not get done for drink driving. He got done for careless driving. Let's clear that up. He's never been done for drink driving. Okay.
There's that CCTV on the
Yes,
street,
he
wasn't
crashed
there?
the car, but he was not done. There was
Sorry.
no,
How
there was
to
no
justify
evidence.
that?
There was
No
How
no,
are you
way,
no,
justifying that?
there is
No
no
way,
evidence
no
of
way
him
is
drink
someone
driving. He was
driving
not
that
done for
moment.
drink driving. That is complete rumor that he was drink driving. There is no evidence
I'm
behind it.
sorry, if he's driving
Yes,
like that with no alcohol, he needs his license taken off him.
Well, he did have his license taken off him. He's
Good.
not allowed to drive.
He should never drive again.
He just gets so
Like
pissed.
that.
He just gets so pissed at the World Cup final. He starts lifting off a pint of Stella rather than the cup.
But no, he was never. He was done for careless driving, not drink driving. So let's just clear that up before we have any libel in this podcast.
I'm just so eager for England to win something in my life because
Mm.
we had the era of Rooney, Gerrard, Lampard.
But these players all
1-0.
like each other. That's the thing. These
Yeah.
players are all mates.
They've all
And, like-
played with each other as well, like youth levels.
Was this?
Like-
Was it in the one that didn't record where I said the national team's done a flip
Oh yeah.
before there was a divide in the players?
Oh yeah,
Now
and
it's a
now
divide in the fans.
yeah,
Like,
it's just we've got someone like Southgate who I just don't understand how he ever got the job in the first place.
I know exactly.
He was already
why he
involved
got
in the
job.
international.
he's a
Because
yes man.
Yeah,
He,
but
If
he
we
was
don't-
never.
he's a pushover.
If we don't
and
get to
he
the
got it on
final this
loyalty.
year, he's got to go.
If we don't even get to the, if we don't even win it, sack him because
No,
he's
I mean,
he needs to
if
go.
we don't win it, but we need to get to the semis or finals, and then you're looking at who we
He's-
beat and who we lost
I
to.
He's
would say-
living off that World Cup.
I
Which
would
was,
say-
in hindsight, a rather
Yeah.
easy win,
If we
a
look
run.
back, me voice man. if we,
I would
If
say
we
he
look
was
back-
needed at the time though to bring a bit of stability, and
I mean, he did start playing people on form. Like when he came in, he was bringing people in, and he just seemed to have reverted to the old England setup of picking top six players. Like, he should have never taken Jack.
You're lagging.
You're really lagging, by the way.
it sounds
You
like
can't
you're singing
understand
top
what you're
six players.
I thought you were singing to begin with, yeah.
Top six players.
Top six
Yeah,
players.
But no, if
Worried about
Grealish is
7 years
not,
by the end of the night.
Gareth Southgate just tried.
if Grealish isn't taken, I will be wanting. Like, I will just want,
I
because
think-
if Grealish isn't taken, we don't stand a chance of winning it. So
I
I,
feel
will
like I feel-
probably.
Yeah, go
I
on.
won't support the national team if that happens.
I'll
Nah,
get
I've
a
always got
cabbage
that
and
on the
I
throw
will
it at
sell-
Southgate.
I will
Oh.
celebrate us losing
I-
if Grealish isn't
I-
there, because I would just have given up on the system.
I think that will
Right.
I think that will fully solidify that Southgate's got something against him.
I want a non-biased opinion.
mean-
So Lewis, you're not allowed an input on this one.
Brilliant.
Can I just say?
Right, So who for the last lot of friendlies, who should have been called up, Watkins or Bamford?
Oh
Well,
God, no, don't.
Oh
The thing
God!
is-
Please let me talk.
Lewis,
don't
you're
get
not
me
allowed
wrong.
an input.
Watkins
just
is a
type to
quality
me what
striker,
you want
but
to
based
say.
off the goals and assist stats, Bamford is better.
Can I just add my little 2 pence into this?
Yeah,
I like
Basically,
them both.
it's not just Bamford scores and assists more, but overall, you look at the other stats. Watkins does do a lot more all round, and Watkins is the most unlucky player alive. Some of the times I've never seen a player with more goals ruled out for part of their bollock being
Mhm.
offside or something.
I mean, if we're going to talk about that, we can bring Bamford's power.
Yeah, I was about to say Bamford.
Into that.
Yeah, because you can't score with your arm, so how on earth does
Yeah,
he use his arm?
well, Watkins has had one disallowed for his arm part. Like, I don't even think that was offside, and he was fouled into the position as well. But also, Watkins just hits the woodwork. But I think that's the reason Watkins was brought in, because he runs like the whole game without fail,
So
however
does
he's playing.
Bamford.
I mean, so does
Watkins
Bamford.
is on
Bamford's a tireless player. He's a team player. He contributes so much to like the press and all that.
But I think
feel like
Watkins just does a little more.
I think Watkins has a more all-round play to him.
Yeah.
And like, I would definitely.
I think it's either
If
one
I
of them
wanted a goal
goes.
scorer, I would have taken Bamford.
Yeah, but I just think don't always. I just think it depends on what they want, and I think they wanted Watkins just for his general all round.
I was annoyed when the squad came out and I saw Watkins instead of Bamford, and then I was pissed off to the point where I was genuinely fuming when Southgate did his interview, and then he told the reasons why he took Watkins, and he basically described Patrick Bamford, and I'm sat there like, what are you doing?
I think they're two similar players. I don't think you can really it's very difficult to decide between the two. They're both about the same level. I mean, I think Watkins is all round a better player.
I think Bamford will get into the preliminary squad.
I don't think either of them will make it into the final one. It will be Kane,
Lingard,
Calvert-Lewin, and what? Who is the other one? Because Ings isn't.
Actually, what are Calvert-Lewin's stats like this season? Actually, because I know
he had a good start, but he's been a bit lately.
Well,
but he's so good in the.
I've seen rumours with COVID and that. COVID, obviously, when they go to the Euros, players might have to self-isolate.
14 in 25, to be fair.
It's a longer time frame. And they're increasing the squad size.
To 25. I've seen
so
something about
Watkins
25.
and Bamford might get into it.
Yeah. Well, as long as Grealish is there, I think Konsa should be in it, but I doubt he will be.
I think Konsa's better than Mings.
I think every Villa fan thinks that. Mings is very. Occasionally, Mings is amazing, but he's just always got a mistake in him.
Inconsistent.
Well, Konsa, you look at him, he's like, what, 23, 22? Yeah. And he just looks like he's been playing. He's like, he's as if it's like a 28-year-old defender. Like, who's just seen it all. He's always, we see something going on, just like, oh God, Mings. And it's always, you just hear, Konsa clears up, or Konsa, great block from Konsa, good play. It's always Konsa cleaning up.
Yeah. I feel like that's someone we could
Trent. Like every time Trent gets the ball, you always hear what a ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold from the commentators. Like nearly every single game he's in.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like obviously with Trent Alexander-Arnold, the right back positions. I feel like Kieran Trippier still should be in the squad because I
think Kyle Walker shouldn't be in it. I don't
rate
him that much anymore.
No,
I just think he's off it.
He's a good centre back. In the World Cup, he played centre back.
Yeah, I know, but that was 3 at the back, and I do not want to see us play 3 at the back again. You shouldn't put. Centre back's our weakest position. We shouldn't have extra centre backs if we don't have to.
Lewis Dunk, anybody?
No, I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of Lewis Dunk.
I think he's very overrated.
Yeah, people think he's good because people think he's good because he plays for a bottom half Prem team and he's a standout player in that team. And I know I'm going to get shit from Molly for this, but I think that's the same for Ben White. Yes, he was very good last year, but people calling him for being in the England squad, for being a decent defender in a low half Prem team. It's just completely fucking stupid. And I'm not saying the same for Ben Mee and Tarkowski because they've proven they're
just very limited players.
Tarkowski should have been. I feel like Tarkowski and Ben Mee should. I mean, Tarkowski's been in the England squad, but I feel like Ben Mee should have been included.
Ben Mee's a twat.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, Ben Mee's a prick, and I hope he never plays for England. I hope he gets released from his contract. No. Yeah, no. I wish the worst on Ben Mee.
Talking about Burnley.
I hope he has a terrible night's sleep tonight, and he wakes up all stressed out tomorrow morning.
Just in tears listening to this.
Go on, Charlie.
Sorry, okay, yeah, I'm
What about
done.
Connor Cody?
I think he's a bit overrated as well.
Too slow and robust for me.
He's a 3 at the back maybe, but he has got overrated because Wolves are a very I think people forget just how defensive Wolves are because they've got all these fancy foreign players. but they're actually so boring. They're
a
so
foreign
defensive.
Brexit FC.
Yeah, they're the Portuguese. They're the
He's-
Salsa Burnley.
I like Connor Cody, but I think
I really
he's-
like him. He's a really good guy, and he's a good leader.
Yeah, he is, but
But
I
he's
feel like
not that
he's too slow
talented.
for my liking.
That lad
Yeah.
Too
No,
small. I feel like
he's
he'd
been
get bullied.
injured. He's too small. Maybe as a wing back, but we've got
We have
right
two
backs.
We have two.
We've got Trent. We've got Reece James. I don't actually think.
Reece
I
James
think he's a
could be
little
deployed at
overrated.
defensive midfield, to be fair, as well.
Yeah, Reece James was so good in midfield for Wigan.
Yeah, that Wigan spell. I was jealous of Wigan for having Reece James.
Yeah.
You know, he was absolutely unreal during that season. And then when he started playing for Chelsea, he was unreal for Chelsea. Then I rate Reece James highly.
I rate him, but I just don't think should he be starting for England at right back? No,
Probably not. I'd say yeah.
not yet. Not yet. At
Not
least.
I've
yet.
got more confidence in Trippier's defending than Rhys James's. Just saying.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
Reece
yeah.
James is a
Quality
bit more of a
attacking.
bully, though, don't you think?
Remember when Trippier couldn't defend, and it was all about his attacking play, and now suddenly he's a good defender, and people sort of
Simeone.
This is, what
forget about it.
this is what Diego Simeone does to players, though.
Yeah.
He's so
He's a
good.
good-
He's so good at what he
Simeone's
does.
a fantastic.
I don't know what he does to players though. He just instills a shithousery in them, and Trippier's so much benefited off that I'd rather have him in the squad than any other right back bar Trippier, bar Alexander Arnold. So yeah,
Thing is,
Fair enough.
go on.
Yeah. I think
Even
that's
though,
interesting.
like you say about like Bar Alexander Arnold, things when I watch Trent, I don't have any confidence in him when he's defending. When he's
No.
attacking, he's quality.
Neither.
But
I
defending,
shit tracking back.
Outside
Yeah.
conversation, Matty Cash.
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Wait
I
for-
like him.
I'd wait.
I like him.
I'd
I'd
wait.
wait. He's very versatile, though. I'll give that to him.
He's good
Yeah.
going forward. He's really good going forwards. He's solid defensively. I mean, the last
can
game
play
against
right
Spurs,
back,
he
he
was
can play-
very
he
poor,
can
but
play
he
right
was
back,
just back
left-
from injury.
You can play right back on the flanks, on either flanks, by the way.
He can probably play
Playing
centre mid as
midf-
well.
Yeah, he can play centre mid because I swear he used to play centre mid for Forest.
He played right mid and central mid, I think, for Forest, and then he's gone to right back, and he's just really good. But he got injured for a while for Villa, and his last game back, he was so poor. But
Like-
yeah, he's not fit.
like
No,
my
it should
back
be now.
four, personally, my back four would be
Oh.
Conser, Stones, Matt Target, and Trippier.
Should we do our squads then?
Could do.
Yeah, go on.
Right, goalkeepers. Right. What three
Pope.
goalkeepers? Yeah,
Pope, Pickford,
Pope
and
Johnston.
Dean Anderson. Oh,
it'll be Dean Anderson.
It'll
I
be
think
Dean
Dean Henderson's a
Anderson.
bit overrated, but yeah.
I'd go
it
for
will
Dean
be
Henderson.
Anderson.
But, no,
yeah.
One sec, I'm just going to write out my team so I can sort of like
Yeah,
memorize
you know what?
it.
I am actually going to. I'm going to too. as
Yeah.
well.
I'll get my notes up.
Um,
on my phone.
I'm just putting it in the
Actually,
chat.
I think I do have.
But I'm not
the
doing the whole squad, just the starting team, because the whole squad is so
Yeah.
difficult. This is
Yeah.
going to be like, I don't know.
Never mind.
should
I
we all
can't
just
find
agree
it.
on-
There's a
should we all just
tiny
agree on
bit
one
of
team?
bias in it. There's a
Of
tiny.
course
I
there
think
is.
I can't
but
find
it's
the
not
perfect
much
bit.
bias. I think. Oh, one sec, I forgot a centre back.
So basically,
We-
select your three goalkeepers and then select one to start. I'll start with. I take Dean Anderson. I take. Oh God, who was the other one? Nick Pope, and I'd also take Sam Johnston. I'd leave Pickford out.
Pickford's. I'm not gonna lie. I think
I
Pickford's
don't
way
like.
over
I
his
don't.
head.
I don't.
Yeah, but
like
Pickford's
Pickford
going
anymore.
to start, and I think Pope at his feet. I think he showed in the Poland game. He wasn't at fault for the goal, but he was hardly looking comfortable there.
Yeah, that's why.
But that's why I think Pickford will start. One sec, I've just put my team in the thing, so I sort of
You
have.
could tell Southgate
thing.
was gagging
Yeah,
for something like that
I'd
to
say
happen,
that.
though.
That's a solid defense.
But I think Conser won't get in as like. Okay, so I think we can all agree Pope probably deserves it. Maybe
Yeah.
some people think. What about right backs? I think that'll be Trent.
I think it's got to be Trent.
It's Trent.
I think Trippier will do it because I just don't.
Trippier.
I just don't think he trusts Trent, and I like Trippier.
Yeah, go on then.
I-
Yeah,
I-
actually, go on. We'll do Trippier then.
Yeah,
Um,
I gave
centre-backs?
Trent shit, but I think he's got to start.
I think
I think it's still
Yeah.
going to be Maguire and Stones.
I think it'll be Maguire and Stones, but I just don't like that combination. I've gone Conser Stones. The Conser's probably where a bit of my bias has come in.
I'd go Conser
However,
Stones.
I rate him so highly.
Are you playing Foden on the wing in that
No,
formation?
I'm playing my formation. So should I just say what my team is?
Yeah.
So it's a 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
Pope in goal. Trippier, Conser Stones. Actually, I probably would say Shaw. However, I really like Target.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll
can
do
we-
Shaw
we'll
because
all
it's probably less
universally
biased.
agree on each position,
Shaw,
right?
Shaw's more likely to happen as well.
Sure.
Are we
I
all-
think Saka
Yeah.
the
Shall we?
conversation for
So,
left back.
Saka, I
shall
don't
we
like
all like universally agree on who starts in that position?
Yeah, I
So,
think
goalkeeper-
centre back will be Maguire and Stones, no
Right.
doubt, but I
So,
don't think it should be. I
Who do
don't
we have
like
for
them together.
goalkeeper then? Pope.
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 Pope. I think
Pope.
we'll go
No
Pope.
debate.
Sorted. Right back Trippier.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, yeah.
Centre back.
So Stones, I would say definitely, and I guess
Stones
it
is a
will be
definite.
Maguire, but I don't like it.
It'll
Yeah.
be Maguire, but I want Konza.
Yeah.
I
was
want
just
Conte.
thinking of
Conte.
like
Yeah, same here.
random English right backs in the Premier League, and I was a bit controversial. You class Reece James?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Reece
I think
James.
he'll go, but I don't
Yeah.
think he should be
Yeah.
starting.
I think he'd start in like that third group game where we take it a bit easy.
if it's a
we
dead
don't-
rubber,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Belgium one.
Oh,
Mark.
shit.
yeah,
the
where
third
we
game's
wanted
Scotland,
to
innit?
lose.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Is the third game Scotland? Or is it the
Oh
second
god,
game?
it might be.
No, I think
Hey,
Scotland's our first game.
Losing
No,
to them
Scotland's our
was still
second
worth
game.
it.
It's
No,
in the
because we
last
got
one.
Croatia
Okay.
first.
Croatia's
Okay.
the last one, isn't it?
So who are we
No,
saying our
Croatia's the
centre back
first.
starts? Stones and Conser.
Yeah.
Because
So,
we all, this is
Stones-
what we want. It's like a sort of realistic,
That's
but
the
sort
team.
of what we want.
By the way, who
That's the-
starts on the left and right of the centre back? So, because Stones is left-footed, isn't he?
I think Stones could play on the left. I would always play the more experienced player off their side.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I would play Conser on the right, Stones on the left, or Maguire on the left and Stones on the right, because Maguire
Yeah,
plays
Stones
left
is
centre back.
right-footed. Esri Konsa. Let me have a look.
The left back, I think the left back we can all agree is going to be Shaw, and he probably deserves it. He's been really good this season.
Yeah,
Been quite decent, yeah.
I'd take Luke Shaw.
I mean, we've all got probably our sort of opinions on who could be better, but I think Shaw's realistic, and he's been really good. He's good going forwards, good defensively.
I think Saka's. I just there's something about Saka.
I just like
really
Saka
like.
going forwards more. That's the issue.
Mm.
I just don't think he's a left back.
I think he's too young.
I think he's also.
Yeah, there is a sense to that youngness, or
Rawness. Like the
Yeah.
rawness of him.
Are you going to put up on screen what our team will be?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
that'll make
I'll
it-
put it up.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
That means
So-
that means like it might take
What
a little
form-
bit of time to edit it though. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
What
how
formations would you guys go? 4-2-3-1, I think suits us perfectly.
4-2-3-1.
Oh, I agree. I
Yeah,
think that's
it allows
That's
us to
a good
have
formation.
Southgate's precious CDMs, but it
Oh,
doesn't.
I've just been messaged by my girlfriend an 8-ball attachment. Here we go, boys.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so are we moving into midfield now?
Yeah, right. We'll go into the defensive
Yeah.
midfielders. Right. So
I
feel
think
like-
Rice is a definite.
and I think
yeah, agreed.
I'm saying Henderson
I'm saying
because I
Henderson
think
too.
he's a good balance between
go
defensive and being able to get it
Henderson.
forward.
Any argument for Calvin Phillips?
No.
No,
No,
I think he'll
no,
be in the squad,
No
but
bias.
not to start.
But let's think about like what can Calvin Phillips bring that Henderson can't. I think I don't
A
know.
long
Style.
balls, I think he's a better long passer.
Can I just sorry?
I feel
Go
like
ahead.
Henderson's more of an engine though. Right? Yeah, go on, Tom.
Yeah. Would anyone? I know I sound a bit deluded when I
You're going to
this,
say
and
Harrison
Harrison
Reed,
Reed.
aren't you?
Yes.
No.
Reed.
He's not been bad.
no.
He's not been bad.
He's not been
He's
bad,
not been
but he's
bad.
not
I
been.
wouldn't say England quality
I'm not
though.
saying he's a world class player.
I
But
don't want him getting injured.
He's a good player, but he's not. Well, who would I rather have? Calvin Phillips,
based on
Rice,
form,
Henderson.
Jesus Christ. Sociedad have
consider
won.
him-
Okay.
I'd give him a shout.
Oh, God.
Consider him.
Yeah.
Sociedad have won the Copa del Rey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Fair
right.
play
Yeah.
to him.
Beat
Like-
Athletic.
Yeah,
Club
Tom,
1-0.
I get where you're coming from, but I think we like you've
Yeah.
probably seen last year in the championship and this year, Harrison Reed is quite injury prone, like extremely
Yeah,
injury
you
prone.
make a good point of that.
Yeah.
Can't be
I
taking
think-
injury prone
I see
players
your
to a
point.
tournament.
Yeah,
I
Roy
think
Hodgson
we-
taking Jack Wilshere to the fucking Euros.
I think we
Jesus.
can all pretty much agree Rice and Henderson are probably like a
Yeah.
balanced and sensible pairing.
Yeah, I feel like
Henderson
that feels
captain.
more. Yeah, I feel like I feel that's more balanced. I
Yeah.
think what Henderson has over Calvin Phillips, you can
Experience.
obviously experience, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, Ollie. I feel like Henderson's got more of an engine to him. I feel like he's more of a heartbeat of a team than Calvin.
He's a
Phillips.
leader as well. He's been there, done that. Like he's been a captain of a Champions League winning team.
Yeah. His
Calvin-
In
leadership.
my
is
opinion,
like, that is-
biased because
Yeah.
I'm not in the sense that, but I've sat there and watched England, him play for England, and I honestly think he's miles better for Leeds than England because of what it means to him.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
that's a lot of players. Also,
Yeah.
I think a lot of times Phillips has played. He's played next to Rice, and I just don't think they work together.
And it's the first time he played him. The first
Oh,
time he
that was
called up,
so-
he played-
I
he
thought-
play- I watched it and I was struggling to get for it because he was sat there playing him at CM to accommodate for Eric fucking Dyer.
Oh no!
God.
If that man gets called up to
If
the England
Eric
squad,
Dyer makes it to the
Oh.
squad, I'm cutting off
It
my
ma-
balls. No,
Oh,
I'm not,
Eric-
because it will
Eric-
happen.
I'm gonna
But I want
physically
to.
sick to see him in the
That is
squad.
grim, but
He's been terrible.
I'm a big fan of Eric
Dyer.
Dyer. Shoot me if you want, but I'm a big fan of it.
Okay, where's the gun?
Trust me.
You're
mate,
getting lit up now.
I'd like to see you
Like,
try.
go on, like, go on. Explain why you rate him then.
So I just think I don't know, he's just a player I like. He puts on that shirt and he wants to play for that shirt. You know, he's a shit house.
Okay.
He's-
yeah.
Yes,
When
but
you
he's
said-
not a very talented player.
I'd say he's
He
quite
doesn't
dominant in
even
the air. To
start
be
for
fair.
his club.
Yeah, and he doesn't
Yeah.
start for his club though. But he's very mistake prone, and I just don't feel on the ball. I just don't feel he's very good.
So when you
Also,
when
I've
think
seen-
of
I've seen-
Eric Dyer, the word trust doesn't come to mind.
You know, often his
And he's
name
so
tells the whole
slow.
story for me.
He's
I
fucking
just
Dyer.
see,
giant.
I see him
Fucking
through very.
Dyer.
I see him through rose-tinted glasses. Obviously, the World Cup. I mean,
Yeah.
that tackle in Spain is fucking golden.
yeah.
That tackle in Spain is just like rent-free in my head.
Hmm.
The ball's just going nowhere. and he
Uh,
puts 2-footed challenge.
So
in.
defensive midfielders Rice and Henderson.
Yeah.
Anybody
Okay, now
else? Any objections?
Yes.
no objections.
apart from the Leeds fan.
Move on,
Apart from the
then.
Leeds fan.
Attacking
Okay,
midfielder.
let's move on. We could be here
Attacking-
all day.
We'll do attacking midfielder. This one could be very.
Attacking midfielder.
That's
Foden.
controversial.
I'm saying
Foden.
Foden. If it's
So many
4-2,
options. Yeah,
I'm
I
saying
agree.
Foden.
We can.
I think
We got to look at the other options, right? We've got Foden, Madison,
Mount.
You
Madison
could
and
put
Mount.
Grealish there.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
a
wouldn't.
really good
Play
option.
down the middle
Rashford
card.
there.
No, Rashford's
I'd
not.
play Grealish out
I'd
wide.
rather
I'd
play
play
Rashford out wide.
So yeah,
Mm,
definitely.
Who
I
are we
feel-
saying? If Madison actually is so underrated because he's been
Madison-
injured so
Madison-
much.
if
The thing is with
Mm.
Madison
Oh,
as
I
well.
agree.
The thing is with
If
Madison as
Madison was
well.
fit, I'd take him.
Yeah.
I would take him, but I think Foden. I just
Mm.
think he's special.
The thing is with
Foden
Yeah.
is something else.
the thing is with Foden,
He's-
not Foden.
I think he's borderline well past me. It's
Foden-
controversial.
Foden deserves to be in the same conversation as Haaland and Mbappe. That's
Really,
No, I think that's putting it
Ooh.
just.
I
stretch.
think he's
Not
close.
Not
because
yet,
no, the
not
thing is
yet.
though, Haaland and Mbappe play up front. They get lots of goals, lots of.
And they're
coverage.
also in crap leagues. In the
Foden,
nicest way possible.
Foden plays in behind. He's not getting as many goals. He gets a lot of assists, and he's in there as a lot of. His involvement is a lot more in the passing play instead of the finishing. So you'll get the credit for Mbappe and Haaland for scoring goals. Yes, you've got to be there to score the goals, but creating the goals is just as important as scoring the goals. And what Foden does to create those chances is impeccable. Some of his balls, they are world class. You look at some
World-class balls.
balls. And
Sorry.
Fucking
some
hell.
of the Scholes-esque balls, Gerrard-esque balls, you know, they are. You look at him
Oh,
as
he
the player,
really
and you
loves
think,
Gerard's balls.
you look at him. How old is he? 20?
Phil Foden.
Something like that. He's young.
Yeah. You look at him, you're like, fuck me. There's no way this lad is young. You know, he
Yeah.
looks like he's been playing football for years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
professional high-level football for
He
years.
does have this
He's
sort
been
of. He
knocking
does have
around for a
that.
bit.
He does have this sort of maturity about him as well, Foden. I'd definitely start him in
Yeah.
attacking midfield. I feel like he can
He's-
also be a bit of a number 8 as well.
Yeah, he's just played around so many world-class players. He's just going to take stuff off them, and
And
Yeah.
it
like
helps when you're looking up to Kevin De Bruyne, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With him
Yeah.
every day.
Pep
So when
Guardiola's
we-
just going to make him better.
so I think we can agree Foden behind Kane.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like the thought of that.
I think with
Yeah,
Foden,
Kane up
you-
front. Kane up front.
The true
Yeah,
champion.
Kane's up front. Let's not even talk about that. Kane
Yeah,
up front.
Should we start on the
Kane's up
left?
Yeah.
Because it could be
I
between
Grealish on the left.
Grealish or
Grealish
Grealish
Rashford.
on the left. I'm no one else.
Grealish or Rashford.
Grealish on the left, Sancho on the right.
With Rashford,
fine.
you're getting a very creative player. We're getting a very Paul Gascoigne type player. And we're a player that we've been
Jalen.
lacking since Paul Gascoigne. Since
What,
96.
Grealish?
Yeah,
I mean,
Grealish.
Yeah,
With Rashford, you're getting a goal scorer.
but
Yeah.
he does miss. Right, he's a good
Very
player.
versatile.
I think he's quite streaky as well. He's not consistent.
Yeah.
He'll go through a phase of being ridiculous where you start seeing comparisons to Mbappe and you start thinking, you know what, actually, I think they're similar players, similar quality, and then he just sort of drops off a little bit for a
Just
while.
compare Rashford to Mbappe.
No, I know. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying at points the comparisons sometimes
up.
feel not just, but you start to see where they're coming from, and then like he'll suddenly be in like, how did I even ever let these United fans almost delude me into thinking that?
Yeah.
I feel like the overall thing that we're seeing here is that the England team is like a victim of its own success, where like we've got such an hang in terms of our attack and midfield, and then our
Yeah.
defense is just
Yeah.
like that's
There
just
is a
like
point.
To be fair with
Deficit.
Rashford, 9 goals and 9 assists.
Yeah,
He can provide as well.
I would
Champions
still.
League as well,
I think
6
Grealish
goals.
has got to go on the left though. The guy is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, I think we have to go with someone
Just
like
to go
we need a Gascoigne type player, so I'm going with Grealish.
We need. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
There was
and then we're just on the right now. The right's
regarding-
also. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry about this. There was a comment I found on FIFA that makes a good point about the England team. I know this is going to spark debate, but he said, "I was a Barcelona fan that commented on the England's FIFA page. It's basically a career modes website,
Yeah.
database website. But this is what he said: definitely the top 5 most talented England sides of all time. But a quarter-final or a semi-final is the best you can do as long as Southgate is your manager."
He's
Probably-
got potential. It's just he's negative football.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's just he
Yeah.
just does.
I think the
He also
squad
just has his
quality could be
favourites.
up there. Yeah,
Yeah,
the squad quality is there. It's just I'm just not a fan of Southgate's football. I think the team doesn't really. I mean, I don't think he really suits the team because we've got like so many good attacking options.
yeah.
And shit defensive ones.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm not very confident defensively, but going forward, I'm so confident.
That's why I think we need Grealish,
Oh, yeah.
just to do something. And also, Grealish drops deep a lot of the time. Well, he does, and
Yeah.
like we will be stuck in, and he will just come and just push us up the pitch,
Yeah.
Okay, so left
or
wing.
we'll be crap and he'll win us. He'll win a free kick.
So on the left wing, Grealish.
Jack Grealish, beautiful
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
wing, I'm going
And
Sancho.
Sancho or
Sancho.
Sterling?
I think Sancho.
Sancho's more of
Yeah.
a creative player, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sancho,
Sterling's gonna be a
Grealish,
little
and
bit of a
Foden
poacher.
provided for Kane. I think that's another golden boot.
Yeah. I think I don't want to say. This might sound stupid, but I think Haaland and Kane are two quite comparable strikers.
Oh no, you're not stupid in saying that. There's a reason why City are looking at both of them.
Mm.
I think,
Kane, I think's a bit better creatively than
I think
Haaland,
Kane's
but
got
they're
more of a
both
all-round
clinical.
play to him. Haaland's a goal scorer, but
And I
Kane has got everything.
Naturally.
I think with Sancho being in that team, providing for Haaland all season, and then going to providing for Kane, I think that will work wonders.
Yeah, and I think
Go
the
on.
one issue a lot of players have is like teams will see those players and they will double, triple up on them. Like Grealish, we've had teams start playing two or multiple right backs against us to try stop him. But if you have people like Sancho, Kane, Foden, and Grealish all together, if they
He's
double
so
up on
fit on
someone,
that.
they've just got another player to come along.
Yeah,
Like you can't put another player on them.
Exactly.
You've got unbelievable creativity, unbelievable
front
dribbling. They're
four-
all good in goal, in front of goal.
That front four, if they click, we are seeing the best front four
In the world, I
Europe.
wouldn't have any other team. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
overall, they're
I
incredible.
think I'd have Mbappe over Grealish on the left, of course, but I think that's probably the only thing I'd
I think
change.
Grealish is a better creative player than Mbappe.
But
Mbappe's a forward. I like
Yeah.
Mbappe up front.
I quite like
Grealish
Mbappe
is
Yeah.
on the left though as well. I think who was it? Yeah, I think it was against Leon the other week. You know, you just see him. He was a Gareth Bale-esque goal. He just knocks the ball past the left back, and he just uses that pace. Plays a fantastic ball into the box for I think it was Di Maria.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just things like that. I think that's what makes Mbappe so special. That precision and that speed and that just his abuse of just his physical attributes.
But I genuinely think if we have those front four and I think they will click because Grealish, anyone can play with him. I think everyone who comes in with him,
Yeah,
they say
very
about how
compatible
easy it is to
player-
play with him.
very
Because he has the
compatible players.
vision, he will get them space because teams just have to put another person on him, and Grealish will find them. Foden, the first touch is unreal. The technical ability is up there, and the shot, the head on those shoulders at that age, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Sancho, they're all very unselfish players. All four of them are.
Yeah.
Like they don't care which one of them scores,
Oh,
but
man,
they
you're making me
will
horny just
go the
listening to
best
this.
option. They will all go the best option. No, if they click, which I think they will, because they're all such good team players, no one in the world can stop them.
Damn, I just remembered. I just caught that. I said horny.
What?
I just said you're making me horny just talking about this.
To be fair, I've got a
Mate,
semi right now thinking of
I'm
it.
feeling it as well, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Limbs in the bed once again.
So say like if everything clicks this summer, right? Say like if everything clicks this summer, where does that squad we chose take us?
Finals.
Wins.
Really?
If they click, it wins.
Really? I think
Yeah.
I'd say the
The
I think if it clicks,
squad-
we win.
I'd say the
squad
same.
has potential. The manager, group stage.
The manager's the biggest holdback on
Yeah,
that.
that's
I
our
think-
weakness.
The thing is, though, people say, "Oh, France are going to win because they've won the World Cup." If you look
That's
at
a
the
lazy
teams-
prediction.
They've
Yeah,
got
people-
weaknesses.
people, if you look at the last international break, they scraped a win against Kazakhstan. They drew with Ukraine, and they were poor against Belarus. I think it was Belarus.
It's probably our best chance to get a trophy in a while.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
Germany
It is.
aren't
The
looking
war,
top.
we will look
Spain
at
aren't looking
obviously.
top.
Yeah.
Germany aren't looking top. No, France aren't
Germany are
looking top.
far from top.
Yeah.
Spain are woeful.
Germany have declined over the years.
Netherlands did scare me. But now I don't care because they got Frank de Boer as manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely
And
believe this is our
They
best
lost to
chance.
Turkey. I'm not scared of them at all. They were a threat until Frank de Boer took over. One of the worst managers in the world.
So yeah, over the international break, France drew 1-1 with Ukraine, won 2-0 against Kazakhstan, beat Bosnia and Herzegovina 1-0. And I'm not like they weren't playing weak teams, you know. They had Mbappe and Griezmann up front, Lamar, Rabiot, Pogba, Coman, Hernandez, Kimpembe, Varane, Pavard, Lloris against a Bosnia team of a defensive I'm not even going to try pronounce them because I'm
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You
yeah,
know.
the players.
If everything,
I feel.
everything has to click every game.
Yeah.
And
I
we've
feel
got
like-
to make Southgate really needs to pick the right team. We can't have
If
any
we
more
win
of
it,
this.
If we win it,
These
let's not
toxic-
get. If we do win it, let's not get it twisted. It wasn't Southgate. It was the
No.
players who
It's the
did it.
players.
The talent we have. A lot of these players, literally, let them free and don't like over manage them to an
Exactly.
extent.
Let them
Certain
be
players-
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Grealish, Foden, Kane, they don't need managing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
just-
don't need managing. Just sort out the stuff behind them
Just
and
tell
let
to
them
go out
free
and
up
score
front.
goals. It's easy.
Literally, all Southgate needs to do is make sure that the people behind them are allowing them the freedom to do it because you don't need to coach players like that. They don't need coaching. They just need to be given the opportunity to show what they
To
can do.
flourish.
Yeah, they just need the security behind them and the ball.
Can I
If
throw
I-
a little bit of controversy into the top 6 bias debate?
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think honestly, based off maybe a bit of bias and performance this season, and they play opposite sides, but if Saka's in the team or the squad, why isn't Jack Harrison?
I like Saka more. I think he's I think he's got more special about him than
Not
Harrison.
Grealish. Harrison's a relentless presser. I like him a lot. He scored today
Yeah.
as
Like-
well.
He
He's
scored
relent-
today and he assisted.
Oh.
He is a good player. Yeah,
I
I
like
rate
him.
Harrison, but I still think
Yeah.
Saka sometimes just looks
I think-
ridiculous.
He's a
I
relentless.
think
I like
this-
Harrison's engine as well.
Yeah.
This Saturday next Saturday will show how much we miss Jack Harrison because he can't play.
Oh, 'cause
We've got
Yeah.
City.
I'm a
But,
sucker for creative players, though.
You reckon
I
you get him
think-
on
I
a
think
permanent
so.
or?
So I think Saka's.
So if you don't think
We've got an
England,
option to buy him, yeah.
if you don't think England are gonna win it, who do you think will win it?
It's between us, France, or Portugal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Portugal
Portugal.
are in a really good spot.
Belgium.
I mean,
Belgium, no,
Belgium?
I don't think. They've
I
Belgium,
feel
had
like
the-
when they
they're-
get to the
I think
when they
they're
get to
olden. I think the golden generation are starting to age off now. I'm not.
Mm.
Yeah, their defence is starting to look a bit worse. Toby Alderweireld for Tongan, they're not that good anymore.
I think it's gonna be us, Portugal, or I think it's gonna be someone different. I think it's gonna be someone like Croatia.
I think
No.
Croatia are done. I think Croatia are done out here, but I can see like another run like that happening. There's always a wild card
There's always a
thrown in.
surprise. Yeah.
Wait, let me have a
Right.
look at the Euros groups.
Croatia have just got an aging squad now.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't really look at that squad. Yeah, bomb them off.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
Croatia. Modric is getting past his peak now. Shoot me if you think I'm wrong, but
If
I
Lewandowski shows up, Poland.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they're all round good enough. I mean,
Yeah.
even I know Lewandowski didn't play the last game, but we were awful, and it wasn't that difficult for most of it. They got a goal off a horrific mistake, but they don't have the players to get him the chances.
Are Norway not in it? I swear Norway.
So, I'm-
Norway, I
I
think
would
Norway.
love
No,
Norway.
Norway got
Norway not
knocked.
there?
Norway got knocked out.
If it was Norway, I
That's-
thought they have a quite solid squad. I thought they could be quite a surprise.
I'm
No,
looking
they
at
got
the
knocked out
groups
in the
now.
playoffs.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm got. Now I'm
Maybe
got.
Denmark. I don't know who's in Denmark's squad.
Denmark don't have enough
Eric's-
special in it.
No,
Sure.
they have
Yeah,
Christian
Fernandes
Eriksen
is
and
fine.
I'm looking at the groups and I don't see Germany getting out of the group stage.
No, I
Really?
think France
actually
and
thought
Portugal get through.
I
That is a
genuinely-
group
I
of
really
death.
don't know what's
Group
happening.
I
of death.
actually I did say to my brother, I think Hungary could surprise a lot of people
Do you
because
have
they
I'd
were
love
that
if they could
bad.
knock out Portugal or
They were
France.
like that Euro 2016. They nearly went toe to toe with Portugal.
Portugal
Wouldn't
do
surprise
scare
me
me
if
though because
they
they're a
do.
good
Portugal and
team.
Hungary got out of the
I know
group.
this is going to anger
Yeah, I
us,
think
but
France could really shock us by being bad.
will we see another Wales spec type run?
No,
No,
they don't have.
no.
Bale's not on the level he is. Aaron Ramsey just isn't.
I don't see them getting out of that group with Turkey in it as
I
well.
think we might struggle
Turkey,
getting out of
Italy,
our group.
Switzerland, I think are all better
I-
players.
I
Yeah.
see Italy and
Team.
Turkey getting through that group.
Yeah,
Turkey have been turning on the heat recently.
they beat Netherlands, but Netherlands have
Turkey,
got
yeah,
the ball.
actually, yeah, fuck it, yeah. Turkey could be another one that could surprise us all, but
they managed to keep Haaland quiet for 90
Yeah.
minutes. They beat Norway 4-2. Not from Norway 4-2. Norway 3-0. Netherlands 4-2. Yes,
my
they drew
God.
3-3 with fucking Latvia.
oh yeah,
Like,
I was gonna
That's
say.
Latvia. Latvia, you know.
Oh, I've just seen Turkey's defense of like Dimrial,
Demo, yeah.
Soyuncu, and
Yeah.
Kabak. If that's
Yeah,
the
they've
back
got a good
three,
defence.
and they've got creative players like Cengiz Under and Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who's been getting back to his best. He scored a
Çalhanoğlu's been
great
good
goal.
this season. Cengiz Under hasn't really played, but
Kabak
Group
is
C
in that
could
Burak
be
group.
an
Yilmaz
interesting
is a
group.
great player as well. I'm trying to see if there's any.
they could. I think they could make it like they could cause an issue. They could cause a shot, but I don't think they can go all the way.
Yeah.
I
No
think
one
my
can
favourites are
agree.
got to be Portugal and England. I think they,
Yeah.
if they turn it on, France obviously is still there, but I don't know. France just, I just don't, I don't rate Griezmann that much. I also think he's a prick, but
Yeah.
Right.
but
Do you
I
know
don't.
what? Sorry, go on.
Varane's a bit off and on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kimpembe, I don't rate Kimpembe.
No, he's very. Their right back is Pavard, isn't it? Who's not.
Yeah,
He's
Pavard.
decent, but I don't think he's a
but-
top right back.
Mm.
I mean, like, who if the Netherlands got, because will Van Dijk be back in time?
They'll
Netherlands-
Maybe, but
They've got
David
Austria,
Blind.
Netherlands, Austria, North Macedonia, Ukraine.
they should get through the group. But their manager is so poor.
Can I just say, I'm going to say Poland and Sweden get through in Group E instead of Spain. Spain. What was the Spain score when they played Germany? Wasn't it like 6-0 or something like that to Germany or something ridiculous?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know. For some reason, I don't see them getting through. They've had their peak. The Iniesta, the Xavi, the Puyol.
They're just so average now. Their defense is poor.
Did
Their
you see-
keepers are all crap.
Did you see Unai Simon the other day?
Unai, oh god,
Oh
yeah.
my god, he just ran out. What a fucking idiot!
Like, can I just say, they drew against Greece. They needed a Dani Olmo 92nd minute screamer to win against Georgia and beat Kosovo 3-1. Okay, yes, they beat Kosovo, but like that's only 3-1. You know, I get that they've got good players coming through, like Fabian Ruiz, Ferran Torres, Pedri. I think they have potential for another good generation.
As well.
But like Eric Garcia, I just think
This will be
that-
Ramos's last tournament, I reckon.
they're relying on the past a bit too much. Like they're still playing Busquets, Alba. Yes, he's a good, still decent player. But
He's mistake prone and a bit not.
Koke.
Great.
Yes, he's good still, but he's like 29. Morata, okay, he's not bad, and he's still fair.
Wildly inconsistent
Yeah, but then
and can't keep himself on side.
and then you get to their goalkeepers. De Gea, aging, not been
And
great
crap.
this season.
Yeah.
Unai Simons, shit.
Crap.
Um,
Kepa, crap.
shit. You know, no one's gonna fucking beat Valdez. Valdez was.
He was
honestly-
just solid for years, and De Gea was good for a while, but he's past it now.
They was decent until Ole came in, wasn't he? Or just before that.
Just,
He's been poor for the last 2 or 3 seasons, and people keep
Yeah.
saying this class is permanent. Form is temporary, class is permanent. But no, he's gone.
It's more than form now. It's like it's him now.
But like the team, the Spain team, which won the World Cup,
And 2 Euros, yeah.
like under Del Bosque, they were real. Like either Casillas or Valdez. You've got Abidal, who was decent at PK.
Xabi Alonso.
Puyol, Iniesta, Villa, Xavi, Torres, Fabregas, Mata, Alonso, Ramos, Busquets, Pedro, Javi Martinez, David Sia, Pepe Reina, Jesus Navas. At the time, that team is
It's
just
just world class.
disgusting.
Like the team that started in the 2010 World Cup: Casillas, Ramos, Piqué, Puyol, Capdevila, Busquets, Alonso, Xavi, Iniesta, Pedro, Villa. Like, compare that to this new team. It is disgraceful.
And they've never changed their play style. I remember in Russia, and they would just like the Russia World Cup, and they would just pass round doing nothing for 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's like they've never moved on.
Yeah, they keep trying to play the same, but without those generational players.
Who's
It's
Spain's
like
manager,
like
by the way?
Barcelona now.
Yeah.
Is Spain's manager Luis Enrique? It is.
Yeah.
I like
Good
him as a
manager. Good manager.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can do anything with this squad. I feel like he's not really
I
good
think,
selection.
yeah.
I feel like he's a bit of like an opposite to Southgate in a way. Like great manager, but not great quality.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think there's more pressure on a national team manager than a club manager. If you
Oh, they got the whole country. It's a whole.
Well, it's not
A club
even that.
manager will only have their club's fans on them. An international manager has the whole weight of the country.
It's not just that though. It's like, if you're a club manager, you can try bring in a few signings,
And you can also blame it on the board. You can blame it on other stuff.
yeah.
Internationally,
But you've got to work with what you get given basically. So basically Southgate can only pick from a certain group of English players. That's it. It's like he's got to put it down to the clubs to raise these players.
Yeah.
I go on.
No, it's. I see what you mean with that. Ugh. No, go on.
Back to the Spain point again. I feel like Spain are a bit like Barcelona and Real Madrid. Now that their golden generations have gone, they haven't moved on from their play styles, and they're trying to play football with incompetent players. I'm not saying I'm incompetent.
I wouldn't. I think incompetence are. So I just wouldn't say players more. I just don't think the players are suited to that.
Well, Usman Dembele. I think I remember Usman Dembele saying in training when they train at Barcelona, all they do is passing drills. That's all they do. They don't do anything else. So
no wonder why he's got no end product.
Yeah, that's all they.
If you look at this Barcelona team and compare it to the team which played at Wembley against United, it's a shadow of its former self.
So moving on, when there's a point where you just have to think, you know what, we're gonna hit a reset, and I think Spain have to do that. They have to focus on the future and give up for a couple of years, just realize you're going to have to go backwards before you can go forwards. Otherwise, you'll end like Barcelona. They kept buying in old players and have absolutely crippled themselves financially.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1.1 million.
So it's about understanding.
Billion, sorry.
Yeah,
I'd also. It's about understanding when your time's up and you need to move on.
Yeah, I definitely say Spain have to go for a reset now. Like Germany did it, they ended up winning a World Cup. We're doing that now. I'd say we just got
our biggest issues is that we've not got a competent manager, but you know.
Yeah. I'd say France has gone through that. If you remember 2010 World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They reset. They did all right in 2012, and then they ended up winning the Euros in 2016. I mean, they were not that great. I mean, they were all right at the 2014 World Cup, but they still went through a process of resetting. Portugal somewhat did. They
Yeah,
ended up
well, they
winning
got
the
people
Euro.
like Pepe and
Oh, no.
Ronaldo, but then they bought
France didn't
people
win the
through.
Euro. Sorry, I need to correct myself. France didn't win the Euros. They won the World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Portugal won the Euros.
Portugal won the
Yeah.
Euros. Yeah.
That was a
Very,
unreal game.
very fluky, I thought, but
Yeah. I'd say that. I'd say that was very fluky. But like, Spain needs to go through a massive reset. They need a factory reset.
Yeah.
They need.
anyway,
Spanish football's just on the decline.
yeah.
And another one is on the rise, though, Italian football. Look at the players coming through in Italy. Mancini, the job he's doing in Italy, it was the Italy job. Unreal. I know he's retiring after the Euros, but he's got like players like Barella coming through. You know, Italian football is on the up. You know, if you look at the Italy team, there's so many options. Even at the back, going forward, Immobile, Berardi, how you say his name? Sorry, Barella.
We didn't mention them, I guess,
Mm.
for like. I still don't think they're yet ready because I think some of the older players are sort of on the decline and the younger players aren't there yet.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah,
the
to be-
yet part
I'd
is the
say
right.
Would you
quarters or semis for
There's
them.
hope for the future. because
Yeah,
Literally,
Would you
the
say
eight
that?
Milan
Would...
clubs are actually fighting for the Serie A title.
Yeah, they are. I'd say, but would you say that Italy are somewhat of a dark horse this
They
tournament?
could be. They could be
Yeah,
I
sleepers. Yeah,
like
they could be
Mancini
a
as a
sleeper
manager,
pick.
and I like their squad.
yeah,
And I like. Wait, is their manager Mancini then?
yeah. I think it's.
He's a very good manager.
I like him. I think he was so harshly done by City.
Mm,
Oh,
I like him as a manager. And didn't you say?
Well,
did
they
you
had
say he was retiring?
issues.
yeah, I think he's leaving. He's leaving his job afterwards. Like
Oh.
yeah, I think he is anyway. Even this
I'll have a
team
look.
now, like against Bulgaria, Donnarumma, Florenzi, Bonucci, Acerbi,
Oh, he does not
Spinazzola,
intend. He does not intend
Barrett.
to leave Italy. Until he doesn't intend to leave Italy until the end of the 2002 World Cup. 2022
so,
World Cup.
okay, yeah.
2020. So after Qatar.
Yeah.
Like Acerbi, Spinazzola, Barella, Sensi, Verratti, Chiesa, Belotti, Insigne, even on the bench, you've got Immobile, Bastoni.
Oh, Immobile.
Immobile is some weapon. Like, they've just got Chiesa this season since going to Juventus.
Chiesa's been one of my favourite players this season.
I remember watching him. I went to Fiorentina when we went on a tour of Italy. Amazing ground. Fucking turned into a wind tunnel. We left at half time because I was in shorts and a cricket shirt, and it was raining and windy after being 7 degrees during the day. I remember watching him in that first half. The way he just controlled the game, his runs, the way he just holds up the ball, his passes, he was just immaculate. You know, this season, 8 goals and 7 assists in the Serie A, 4 goals, 1 assist in the Champions League. He is just
intelligent
for
player.
Ronaldo at Juventus.
Yeah, he's a very intelligent player. Anyway, I feel like we need to move on, and we're going to finish on some questions I've asked from Twitter. We've actually got a few.
Okay.
First one from my mate Ben. Where would you rank Jack Grealish this season? Would you say he's been one of amongst the best players in the league this season, or would you say he's just been decent?
He's one of the best players in the. Well, I think he's got to be in Player of the Year contention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Top
definitely say
3 in the league this season,
top.
I'd say.
I'd say he's in the top 5, maybe top 10.
him, Diaz.
Top 5 for sure. Him, Diaz, and Kane for me.
Yeah,
I guess you could say Bruno, but Bruno's lack of any performances against the top teams.
Yeah, I think he's. I don't like to use this term again as a Bruno because he's not.
Are you going to say stat padding or penalty merchant?
He does stat pad a lot. That's the thing.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
doesn't. A lot of his goals just don't seem very useful unless they're a penalty.
Well,
Yeah.
If you look at most of his assists, they aren't any brilliant assists. They're just
No, he'll basic pass and a great goal and set pieces. I mean, he has created some of the most chances in the league, but he's only just created more than Grealish. Yet Grealish has played a lot less than him.
Yeah, and it's like compared to De Bruyne's assist. If you look at I think it was his cross against Crystal Palace. You know,
Yeah, De Bruyne does ridiculous stuff, and sometimes it's not even actually a assist, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'd say. I mean, I think Diaz, Grealish, and Kane, but I reckon Bruno will get it because of the Man United bias.
Yeah.
Mhm. Anyway,
I think
question-
Diaz possibly. I think I'd give it Diaz maybe.
I'd give it Diaz.
So-
He's been a class above.
So Grealish, we
Yeah.
rank him as some of the top players amongst this league this season.
Yeah,
Thanks for your
definitely.
question,
World
Bernal.
class.
Hope you're
He's
well,
world
mate.
class.
Josh, the Sheffield Wednesday fan who I've known for a little bit, who saw me whilst I was at work at North End one time.
Mad.
Thoughts on the Leeds admin with the Jagielka goal?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that was.
Oh,
One sec. Let me.
I
I
love
don't
when
still look.
admins do
People
shit
giving
like
you-
this.
See, I don't think malicious intent was
No.
meant.
I think it was more
Yeah.
of a humorous
Yeah,
way.
I think if it
Is it still up?
No, I think
No,
it got
they
deleted.
it down.
Okay, I'll
I
see if I
did
can
do
find a
another one though
screenshot.
earlier because I don't know when we were in the competing to promoted from the championship, the commentator said Basham's arriving as he scored that goal
Mhm.
against Ellen Road, and he has just tweeted Harrison's goal, or I think it was Harrison's goal, and that with the caption "Harrison's arriving."
Your admin's brilliant.
He's Wilson, what a man!
Okay. I can't. What did the deleted post say? I can't
It
find it.
said,
when
What a
Jagielka
strike
scored.
from
it was
Jagielka.
goal, what a strike by Jagielka.
Yeah. Alright, that's not that bad.
Yeah, I,
think
don't,
the
I
thing
think
is-
it was just.
Oh, I found it now. Yeah.
I understand.
No, it's.
The only thing I can see bad about it, it's not really sportsmanlike.
Oh, he's had it. Oh, apparently he had his brother's funeral a few days ago as well. I can't verify that. Yeah.
Bit
I
insensitive
don't-
in a way.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think there's that much issue
Intent,
with it. It's
though.
obviously
Yeah.
not malicious.
It's
I think
in
a lot of
humorous
people
way.
joke about it. People expect the club accounts to be above others, but no, they're fans. If they want to,
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I'm
Joke around,
interrupting.
they can.
I'm all right with it. I don't mind.
I think people are using it as a reason to have a go at Leeds. I think people will
Yeah.
find that opportunity and dig at Leeds.
Well, I think it's for
Yeah.
every team. If they
Ollie
see
must feel
something,
good hearing this.
they'll be like, "Oh, you're a disgrace of a club. You're scum." It happens
But
to everything.
Yeah, but to Leeds,
Oh,
it's another level, you know.
Yeah,
It-
I mean
it was-
Villa have it a lot as well.
Yeah. I think the original post I saw was a Villa post. Of
Oh
course,
God,
saying
our
this.
fans, Villa and Leeds fans, have got some stupid rivalry against
It's
each other.
embarrassing at this
It's
point.
both ways. Like I can't say it's just Leeds fans.
As a-
Leeds fans,
I-
I've never seen a fan base hate Grealish more than any other. They hate him more than
No, I
Blues
think it's
fans.
just. I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact. Right, there's a compilation running around. It comes out
Of your guy,
again by a Villa fan.
your players diving
No,
because
it's
your
not-
players.
Yeah, it's just Bamford diving.
It's Bamford, Ayling, and a couple
Yeah,
others.
it's
It's
like-
because your fans always talk about the diving
But if the
of
thing is,
Grealish
that,
when your players do it yourselves.
that compilation will be coming out next season, and it'll be 4 seasons old. You could create a same length one of just Grealish from this season. It just
Yeah.
No, but you've had a few. I don't. A couple of
Watching you
yours this
two
season
go
are
at it.
absolute shockers.
I can hear you two just
But
going
every team has.
Yeah, this is going to go on for a while, Jack.
I know every team does, and every team player, a lot of players go down easy. I don't think Grealish just is
It
near
does-
players enough
Josh,
to go
what have
down
you
easy
caused?
more. I think a lot of the times he goes down, most players would go down as well.
I mean,
Grealish just looks for it more.
Gabby, whatever. What's the thing? Not Gabby, but it was the Aston Villa player that like.
A
went-
Bon Lahore, yeah,
Don't get me started on
he's
Alfred.
stirring so much. He's gone off Twitter now because of racism.
Do you see what he said the other day?
He really doesn't like Leeds.
Did you see what bullshit shit staring did the other day?
What did he do?
He made an article about basically Rodrigo was unhappy at Leeds and wanted to leave, and then Rodrigo came out and basically said, "No, it's not true."
Yeah, because wasn't it? Didn't he like Leeds like respond to what Karen Kenny said about like Leeds only got promoted because it's just-
And then
Oh yeah.
it's shut down because it's sexist, even though we did it together with Bon Lahore 2 weeks earlier.
But it's like
I mean, at least Bon Lahore got his own back when we beat you as well. So at least it wasn't all terrible.
the fact
Yeah.
that she made a really stupid point, and basically had
Yeah.
no.
To be fair, I can't stand Karen Carney. I think she's a dreadful commentator.
Yeah.
Not because she's a woman, but because she's just a bad commentator. Like Michael
Alex-
Owen. I think Michael
Alex
Owen's
Scott
crap.
is levels above her.
Yeah,
Alex Scott
as
is
a
a great
pundit.
pundit. I really
Alex
like
Scott's
her.
brilliant. Yeah, Alex Scott's brilliant. Yeah.
So it's about, I think a lot of times it's about, it doesn't matter what gender they are. Just have them a good pundit.
I
Yeah,
don't care
exactly.
what gender you are. You can't
I mean,
say stupid shit on
No
the
matter if
telly.
you have Premier League experience or not, as long as you've got the knowledge, that's
Yeah.
good enough.
Anyway, what's the next question?
All right. Why is the Women's Basketball Association very underrated? Asks Cody.
Well, ask Cody. Oh, brilliant.
I'm joking. It's why are West Bromwich Albion so good? I don't know. Explain why you're
Um,
19th.
I don't think
joking.
they
They
are.
are.
I think they're about to get relegated, and I'm going to have a nice hearty chuckle when they do.
Can we
Although,
clip that? Can we
although-
clip that and post it when the start plays?
MGH is going to have
Yeah.
an orgasm.
let's just say the answer is Callum Robinson and Sam Johnston.
They played
Okay.
well today, but it's too little too late. They're going back to where they belong.
I've just seen like a couple of weeks' time Villa just lose every single game and get
Ma-
relegated.
I don't.
Matthew,
Is it still mathematically possible? I guess it is, but
It is mathematic. We're above you and we can't.
yeah, but we have got 2 games in hand. Just
Who are
wait,
we
just
games
yes.
in hand against though?
I don't, City and Everton, I think.
Lootable.
Oh no,
games.
one of the games in hand is no, it's just Everton. One of the games in hand is Fulham tomorrow.
Matty, who is
Anyway.
most definitely not in the podcast, asks, why is Callum Robinson so good at football?
Because he came from the Villa Academy.
Well, you want to know this, Matt? Well, do you want to know why this is, Matty? You see, Callum Robinson was made at Preston North End. I don't know if you know who that club are, but
No, I don't think they've ever done much.
yeah, right, fuck off,
Fuck
mate.
you.
Well, weren't they for the original Invincibles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
believe they were.
Arsenals.
Shameless.
Callum Robinson is just so good because he played for Preston North End. He played beside Brandon Barker and Lucas Nemetscher and Jaden Stockley and probably many other shit players. And actually, no, Lucas Nemetscher wasn't shit, but he played alongside many shit players, and he just shone in that team, and he realised how he shat good at football, and now he scored 5 against Chelsea.
Yeah. Callum Robinson was in our next gen youth European Cup. He was in our team that won it.
Yeah.
Him and Grealish were both in there.
They're both mates as well.
They're both mates, yeah. One of them originally was going to play for England, Callum Robinson, and the original Grealish was going to be in Ireland, and they've just swapped.
Right, Declan Rice.
Yeah,
Philip
beautiful.
Sainsbury.
Screw the Irish. Sorry, let's try not to piss off too many people today.
My good,
Okay, yeah, move on. Let's move on.
my good friend Paddy, who's also a West Brom fan, asks, who's the best Premier League winger of the past decade, and why is it Callum Robinson?
Callum
agree with him.
Robinson shagging going on here, isn't there?
Best player of the decade.
Just beats.
Oh,
Ricketts.
it's so
Take out the Callum
decade.
Robinson. We'll take out. We'll take out the Callum Robinson. We'll put decade. Right, who has been the
Okay.
best winger the past decade in the Premier League?
Well, the decade's only a year and a bit long. So,
I think we'll go back to
10 years.
2010.
oh come on, I was going to
Well-
have Grealish there.
17-18 was ruthless.
So we're going to
Mahrez or-
2011. So
Mahrez
what-
or Hazard.
Hazard,
I'm
not
go-
Mahrez. Hazard.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
say.
Hazard.
Salah could also be there, but I think Hazard did it for a bit longer.
Yeah,
I-
Hazard or
I
Salah.
think it's between
Paddy.
Salah and Hazard. Is
Salah
there anyone
or
we're
Hazard.
missing? When did Giggs?
The thing is, though, like,
retire?
Fucking
Hazard-
gigs.
no, sorry. The thing was with Mahrez, that season he had with Leicester, one of the best wingers I think I've ever seen. He was impeccable that season, and he's gone to City. Yeah, he's not got the game time. Yeah, he's not got the coverage he had in that season. But
He's still occasionally very good, but I don't think he's got the consistency to match up to others.
yeah,
Sterling's
If you
got a bit
wa-
of a shout, surely.
if you
No,
watch,
I just don't
Nah.
think he's not on the level.
Can I
if you just
throw a
watch
little-
Mahrez,
Go on.
A little twister on the question.
Go on.
Who has the potential to be the best winger within the next decade? It's in like 10 years' time.
Callum
Well,
Wilson.
over the next decade,
Callum
like
Robinson.
Yeah.
from now to the next 10. Well, I can see certain players being good for the next 5-6 years.
I'd say Grealish has the potential to probably
Rafinha.
For the next 5-6
potential.
years, he's going to be amazing.
Fernan Torres, maybe.
Ferran Torres, if he ever, I
So
understand that
look-
because
look-
he's only 21. Look, I don't think he's ever going to get to that level. I think he's a very good player, but I don't think he's ever going to be looked
Rafinha
at like
well,
that.
Considering how he
up there.
plays in a team that can't score, he does pretty well.
I can see Rafinha going to like a random foreign team soon
Reece
enough.
Nelson could be a good shout.
Nelson, I don't think he. No,
What about Reece Nelson?
it's because he's been very average when he's played for Arsenal.
Ryan
don't think-
Sessegnon, if he has a good loan spell at Hoffenheim, comes back and does good for Tottenham.
I don't think he'll ever get the chance again. Also, I don't think he's that special of a winger. I don't know. I've always thought he's a little overrated. I think he's a good player, but I think he's a little overrated.
Yeah. I think the thing is, I know it's a bit off topic. I think there was a point that Charlie made after the first podcast. That the thing is with Jose Mourinho is that with Ryan Sessegnon, is that when he came to Spurs, he was brought in. He was stuck.
Brought in by Poch.
He was Pochettino transfer, and then
Yeah,
Jose
exactly.
comes in, and obviously Jose likes playing more defensive nowadays. And Jose's not a fan of prospects. He's very impatient. He wanted success now. So
Yeah, exactly.
Sessegnon wasn't performing to his standard. I mean, to be fair, Sessegnon scored against Bayern. They lost, but yeah, he still scored. It wasn't his fault they lost. It was because incompetence.
You do.
And
I mean,
they loan him
so-
a time, and he performs decent.
So
who are we thinking? I'm going to put Grealish forward, but that's for 5-6 years. Ferran Torres, I think, is a very good one. Raheem Sterling's only 26.
Yeah, but he's
But I still think he's a product of being in such a good team.
I'd say Rafinha, personally.
How old's Rafinha?
Yeah. Ollie's currently having a wank to that.
Rafinha, how old is he? So that's 4 plus 2. He's 24 years old. So yeah, he's up there. I don't.
Nicholas Pepe.
Fuck off.
I echo that sentiment.
Charlie,
So I genuinely don't know because it's going to be someone who comes along, joins the league, and just rips it up.
Yeah.
Like realistically, all the options that we're already thinking, a lot of them, like Rafinha, Grealish, stuff, they are like there's going to be other players coming along. Rashford's got to be there as well. People forget how young he is.
Yep. I'd say Rashford.
He's only 23, so actually I'd say possibly Rashford should argue. I think Rashford's probably quite a safe bet.
So yeah, I'd say, in my opinion, I'd go Rashford, Grealish, or Ferran Torres.
Yeah, I like those three. I think
Maybe
Sterling, I'm
Rafinha
going to
as
keep
well.
him in the thoughts.
I'd chuck Rafinha in there as well.
Yeah, I just don't know how long he'll stay in this league. I can
Yeah.
see him going to just a random foreign European team.
Like a Leon or something like that.
I don't know Leon. I think PSG will think, we need a new Di Maria.
I hope he doesn't. Like,
I hope
goes
he
to someone like
hope he
Liverpool.
leaves.
I hope he
I'd
goes
love to
somewhere
see
like
Leeds
Liverpool.
get a bit worse. Sorry.
Of course you would.
Cheers.
Or
I
Leeds.
don't dislike
Stay
Leeds.
at
I just
Leeds.
don't love them. And I like every team around Villa getting a little bit worse.
Ollie's
you know?
currently punching his punching bag right now. He's getting ready.
Yeah,
he's gonna
There's
scram
already
He's
2
still
holes in
wanking.
the wall.
it.
One for the Phillips slander. One for the...
Thing is, I just like every team around. I wish the worst on every single Premier League team that's not Villa.
Oh,
Okay.
That's the
You wish it
thing.
especially
Can
on
we-
Fulham because we beat you in the playoffs.
No, I don't. I want you
guys.
guys to stay. I want you to suffer. I don't want you guys just to go down with a load of games to spare. I want particular suffering to happen at some point. I was hoping it was to be a last. I was hoping it was going to be a penalty shootout loss to Brentford. That would have tickled my fancy a little bit.
No forgetting the time then Emilio.
You're just so
Facondes
you just hope the
came
worst.
out and
You just
said that
wish
we
the worst.
feared them. And
No, I guess we got Ollie Watkins, but no, I want Fulham. At some point, Fulham will badly suffer, and I will be very happy.
Lewis, I'm
Ro-
keeping a recording of the last 2 minutes, and then I'm going to post it if you get relegated next season.
We get relegated next year. Okay, yeah, no, I don't really mind that. I don't think we're going to get relegated as long as we have Jack
Alright,
Grealish.
there
We're
we
not
go.
getting relegated.
There we go.
This,
Okay, I'm
this
also
September
taking
on
that
deadline
one.
day, and it's just welcome to Man United, Jack Grealish.
Oh well, if that happens, I probably won't be around to see you. I will have quit all social media because I couldn't deal with United fans. I just quit Planet. I just quit interacting with people. To be honest,
It's just
I'll just go into hibernation for the next 30 years.
Ollie will come looking for you on the back of a
I'll
Smurf.
find you.
No,
I'll
kill
find
you.
you.
I've just one day look out my window and there's just like a picture on a big screen.
I'll
something.
hire a van with a screen.
Or
on
he
it
just
and
he hacks
play
into
this
the TV
you
studios
saying.
and he hacks into the TV studios and just puts it on national television.
A clip of you saying, "I want all teams apart from Villa to suffer."
There's some teams I prefer suffering more than others, but yeah.
Just see a massive
Birmingham.
Sky Sports billboard with Jack Grealish kissing the Man United badge.
I will be sick at the thought of that. Just anyone but United. I can't stand United.
What if Grealish came to Leeds?
Okay, no. That would that would be insulting to downgrade to that.
Swap
I
deal.
mean, I really
Imagine if it was a swap deal.
Pull more
Philip
punches.
to a Grealish.
I really think the front three of Grealish, Bamford, and Rafinha would be something else.
You know what I think would be good? Grealish, Bertrand Traore, Ollie Watkins, and Carney Chukwuemeka with Rafinha to come on in about the 85th minute to see out the game.
And secure a winner against Aldershot in the FA Cup.
No. In the
Fucking
FA
hell.
Cup, Rafinha can get a start if he wants. We need to keep him satisfied for his little
Rafinha
playing
coming
time.
on the 85th minute, is that would protect a 10-goal lead against Aston Villa?
Oh my.
Oh, we're playing ourselves.
Yeah, the B team.
They're playing their under 23s.
What, we're going to lose again like we
They got
did when we got
relegated so badly,
relegated?
they got
When we got
relegated.
relegated that season, we lost to a youth team of ours. True story. Again. Anyway,
What's the next question?
is there any more questions?
What type of pod is this?
Shit one.
It's a bit all over the place because in this, what have we talked about? We talked about paedophilia, the Mandela effect,
Yeah.
Southgate
and
being a
football.
terrorist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Lewis wishing suffering on other clubs.
Literally.
That aren't Aston Villa.
I don't wish it all on the clubs. I also enjoy the fans.
I feel like this podcast
down.
titles are basically just tags.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Good
say.
luck titling this one, Jack.
Anyway, this is going to be quite a hefty editing job for you.
Yeah.
I feel
2 hours
bad
and
for
40
Jack.
minutes, by the way.
2 hour, what? An hour and 40 minutes.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Is
going to have
that
to be a
even
lot
nearly
cut out.
midnight, the first
Yeah, I
We-
think this is a good time to end it, isn't
No,
it? I'm
we'll
going to
get one
fall
more.
asleep soon.
So to finish that question, we're everything.
Yeah.
For
Anything
every,
your heart desires.
who's most likely to have 3 kids with 3 different women before the age of 25? Oh, by the way, the person who asked the last question is called Connor, Arsenal fan, great guy. Mitchell asks, who's most likely to have 3 kids with 3 different women before the age of 25? My money's on Charlie.
Not me,
No, I
because
think,
I'm a real bastard.
Not me.
Lewis.
Not me because I
Lewis.
can't get near a girl. Sorry.
Oh, alright,
None
okay.
of us.
Couldn't say what I was gonna say.
Joking. I'm a
I've got all
mean
the-
shagging machine. Sorry. Nah,
Are
I
you?
think Charlie's a shagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go Charlie.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed.
I'll incite her with my Trippier propaganda.
What would you say? Incite her?
Yeah, propaganda. I just like the allure of because
You're
they
a
like-
seducer with your propaganda.
I wouldn't seduce. I'd never seduce.
They just come to you.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Right. So that's it for the questions, and that's it for the podcast. So
What a roller coaster!
Oh,
Yeah.
I really
man.
enjoyed this actually. 2 hours
Yeah,
and 40
same.
minutes.
So did I.
It's the
Yeah.
longest episode we've done.
We've somehow, after the first screw up, we somehow managed to make another podcast straight afterwards.
Thanks for having me, lads. It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Come
Yep.
back on any time.
My return.
Your
After-
return. It's been a very
Is this going to be a two-parter?
no, just release it as
Nah,
one.
it's all
Just
at
a lot
once.
of clips, I think.
Just a lump.
I feel
mean,
as if
like,
there's a lot of out of context stuff that could get me in a couple months.
Mhm.
yeah, like
If
if
you
anyone's
ever
here
go down.
listening at this point, please reply with like a screenshot of like the full podcast just played, and I will give you a follow, just to show my
Yeah.
Oh
appreciation.
yes.
You know-
That's
Screenshot
I'm
one.
sure anyone watching it, their dream is for a follow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
child.
if you're listening or watching this, show that you'll follow. Show that you're listening or
I'll give
watching
you an
this.
MOT.
We'll get MOT marching on together, and we'll give you a
Come on,
follow.
Lewis, say it.
I'll sing the national anthem for you if you listen to it all.
If you watch or listen to it all, I'd admit. No, I have
Matt has
nothing
got to
to
sing
admit.
Mr. Brightside.
No, boss.
I'll
No.
sing. No. I'm just thinking of all this stuff I do. I just wouldn't do them. Sorry.
Anyway,
Ju-
My
Just so-
pride
just-
matters too much.
Just so we can get this clear, I am the youngest one here. I might not sound it, but I am the youngest one here. Before anyone tells me I sound like I smoke 20 a day, or I've got 3 kids and a mortgage, I don't. I'm the youngest.
You
here.
c-
I'm very legal. Shut up.
You could be young, like you could be like a 12-year-old and have 3 kids, smoke every day,
I'm the oldest, aren't I?
and you could have a mortgage.
well, how old are you, Ollie?
20 in June.
Oh yeah, you're older than me by a few
I
months.
turned 16
By a few
like
months.
a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, we're all
Fuck.
catching a case.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
So-
Ollie's basically old enough to be.
Won't be the
father.
first one you get.
All the
We were all
last.
in the pub, and then Matty came up to us and was like, "All right, lads, can I join the podcast?" We were like, "All right, sure." Here we are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jack, I think you should, like- I think you should probably wrap this up before you're murdered by someone.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mainly me.
I feel
no.
alright. So this has
You-
been a very lengthy podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I thank everyone here who's joined me today. Great podcast as always, and you know it's sort of one we sort of planned actually. That's the only thing we planned was like to get loads of people on.
The
and
only
just
thing we
chat
planned was the
shite.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's run. The time was planned, and then that time didn't really matter.
because OBS fucked up. I'm not taking
Oh
responsibility.
yeah.
If we get enough shares of this, I reckon we release the clip of Jack
Jack
talking
just
to
talking
himself
to himself
for an
and a
hour.
half.
All right, I'll put out a tweet. 500 likes, and that goes out.
I want to see that.
That's like the episode 8.
It'll be
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you all for listening. Why?
bye.
And
Bye.
see you all later.
Bye
Can you do
Bye.
it from the exit?